What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, life's good. I feel like I was just talking to you, though, man. You know?
You were?
I feel like I was just talking with you, man. I like it, though. I like it.
Yeah, good
Life's
time.
good, though, bro. Life's
Grab
really
some
good.
breakfast.
Broke bread. Yeah. Fellowship, though. And that's how they say it, right? All that other cool type of stuff, man.
Yeah, almost had to get the lunch menu handed to us.
Hey, low key. Low key.
That means it's a good time.
I would agree with that. You know? Yeah. She did hit us with that, though.
It seemed to upset you a little bit. It threw you off.
Because I was like, I don't feel like you're rushing me, but are you implying that we need to go? Is that what you're telling me? It felt kind of like that. Yeah, it did kind of feel like that.
I'm not going to lie. I thought she was willing to grab the lunch menu for us.
No, I think she was, though. But I thought it was cool, man. I won't trip or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, we can live with that. That could work. That could cook.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So everything's good. Since we last met, I mean, that was 4 hours ago. 4 hours ago.
Yeah, man.
Not much has changed for me.
So I like it, though. I like it. Shoot. I can't complain over here. I got my car back, Deke. You know, I was in the little,
really?
I had a little loaner, man. So, yeah, man, I got the whip back. I feel good. Nothing was wrong with the old whip. I just had to, you know, when you're taking it to get a little service, it's like I needed the whip. So I got my baby back because everybody, you know how it is when it's your car. And it's like you go from driving your car every day to you driving somebody else's car. It's just like it don't feel the same as your baby. I needed my baby back, you know? You don't feel that way about your whip?
No, not at all.
Oh.
No, not at all.
Dang, all right.
I'll take the rentals all day over my car. Yeah, didn't we talk about whenever I was down in Florida?
No, we did not. No.
Got a little Charger as the rental.
No.
I definitely told you that.
No. You had to charge you for the rental?
I had a Charger.
I missed.
And I'll take that all day over my current car.
Okay.
All day.
So
I'd probably take pretty much every rental out there
So
over my car.
time about Deke, you had the Charger in Florida. The flat streets down there, was you cutting up? I need to know. I mean, it's, the statute of limitations
not
is
like
passed.
that.
You feel me?
Not like that. You know, I flirted a little bit on the open highway.
That's what they say in Florida. It's
Not
like
for too long,
beautiful, flat. Yeah.
Yeah, not for too long. When I had the opportunity, I wanted to see what it was capable of.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See, I missed.
It was pretty
that.
nice.
I definitely missed that part of the Florida trip. I remember a lot of the details from Florida. I did not get the Charger. That must have got crisscrossed, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. The person that was selling the cars, or the person I had to go to the, I guess, to like
go
the
rental
get
place.
the car. Yeah, like I
Mhm.
ordered it online, but you got to like check in to get it. So whenever I go to check in, I didn't order a Charger. I ordered probably one of the cheapest ones you could get.
Man,
I was talked into the Charger. They were like, you know, come on, you're down in Florida. I can upgrade you this car. Talk me into it.
Hey, that's how it
It
always
was worth
starts.
it. It was cool.
It always
A little
starts
extra
like
money,
that,
but yeah.
always starts like that. Hey, you're on the road, man. You might as well. Shoot, I remember me and my wife's first anniversary went down to Miami. I definitely rented like a regular car. Ended up.
Oh, they got
top.
you too?
Yeah. He was like, hey, man, you in Miami, bro. Come on, man. You can't pull up with that. You got to drop the top. I'm like, oh, yeah, all right. Yeah. So, of course, same concept. He's like, yo, how'd you talk me to this? I did not need this. Yeah.
Worth it for you, though?
It felt good. I ain't gonna lie. It did feel kind of good. Yeah. Now I'd be like, man, I'm not doing that. No, I don't need to do that. We're good. But it definitely got me in the moment. But yeah, man, I feel good though, man. I got my baby
I'm
back,
actually
bro. Got my baby
seriously
back,
the
man.
opposite with my car.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back to my car whenever
I
I
can
have
respect that.
a car like the Charger,
Yeah.
whatever else is out there.
I could dig that. I could dig that. Fair enough. Yeah, I could dig. All right. Respect. I'm gonna leave it alone. I ain't even messing up. I'm just leaving it alone, bro.
Okay, say what you were gonna say.
No, because in my mind it doesn't seem like anything crazy, but then I'll say it, and then people like, yo, that's kind of crazy. Well, so I'm just like,
I
don't
won't
know.
take offense to it at all.
No, so I was saying like, I do understand like what you're saying, because like I always say this is like how I view hotels now. Like growing up, we never got to travel, so anytime we stayed in somebody's hotel, bro, it was like, yo, we actually got like nice beds, like this finna be fire, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then we come back home, you're like, dang, right, they try to be at the crib. Whereas now I'm like, no, I don't want to stay in home. I'm like, bro, I want to stay right in mine. Like, this is perfect right here.
You invested in what you got.
Yeah. So it was like, it kind of reminded me of, I'm like, no, you know what? I do remember. I got you on that. Like, respect, bro. But I didn't want that to come off bad. So that's why I was like, oh, no. But yeah.
No,
I was like, I definitely remember
I think
that,
you
though.
polished up that statement pretty good. I don't think anyone could take offense to that.
For sure. Well, I appreciate you there, man. I appreciate because yeah, we definitely remember it was some.
You could just say, "Hey, I got a nice car."
No, so I ain't doing that.
I got a range.
I ain't doing
right?
that, bro.
You could
I
just
ain't
say
doing that, bro. It's chill. I ain't doing that.
And I'd
man.
understand.
I'm just a guy that works hard, and this is where we are today. All right, I've been on the other side, so I'm just one day at a time. All right, just like one day at a time. But yeah, man, it's a vibe though, baby. It's a vibe. So let's see. We do got plenty to discuss. Not heavy time constraints, but I gotta be good dad today. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna let y'all know right now. Little man has baseball practice. Okay, he has baseball practice. Deke.
Okay.
My middle girl, she has an activity at school. Deke. Okay.
Okay.
Wifey is on little girl duty. I'm on little homie duty. Okay. So I can't drop the ball with this. So y'all know, tell y'all the front of this thing. All right. Dad energy today. So we're going to probably like 6:15 hard. All right. 6:15 hard for the congregation. Everybody on the same page. Okay. All right. So with that being the case, though, we're going to vibe out. So we're going to start a little bit sooner, unless you had a deep thought.
I think that was good enough. Talking about rental cars.
So I figure, with that being the case, we do got to talk Cordarrelle Patterson. Let me make sure I say Cordarrelle, because I did have somebody, like, as I was pronouncing his name 30 times, one of the times I said Cordell. Like
Cordell.
No. I was like Cordell. You say Cordell
like Cordell
30 times in a row. It's going to come out as Cordell. Then it's like Cordell. Somebody was like real particular about my pronunciation of it. I'm like, bro, we for real right now? So let's make sure that we are real, up to par when we pronouncing Cordarrelle today. All right. So with that being the case, man, let's start the show like how we always do, though. All right. Drop it in the comment section where you're tuning in from. And in that way, we give them big boy shout outs to start the day's show. But yeah, man, we definitely got to have some fun today, though, baby. Definitely got to have some fun. Because we got mock drafts, too, that we're going to tap in on as well, man. Got a couple of them ones today. And I like what we're seeing so far, man. Very different, though, in their approaches. And y'all see exactly what we mean when we get into those, man. So anybody that's trying to send their mock drafts to potentially be on the show, send them in moatswinners@gmail.com. All right, Moats winners, like we all winners, @gmail.com. So that way you get a chance for your mock draft to be featured on today's show. And also check out the website, arthmoats.com, because a lot of the other mocks that aren't going to get on today's show, we did update them, and they have been put on the website, arthmoats.com. So check that out as well, so y'all can see some of your peers and what they got going on, even if we don't get a chance to talk on all of the different ones today, all right? So like I said, arthmoats.com for the mocks that are already uploaded, and if you're trying to send in new mocks, moatswinners@gmail.com. All right.
Tyron. Tuning in from the 330 Alliance, baby.
Shout out.
Chris G, the 713, Houston, Texas.
Can't know about it. Texas. I've been over here, Big X the plug, man. He on that Texas heavy. So shout out to all you Texas
Robert
people.
asks, Arthur, when is El Bell coming on this podcast?
Hey, I need to swing back through. Good call. I low-key forgot. Good call. I actually shoot him a text, man. We'll see. We'll definitely see.
I wonder now. Compete?
Hey. Now listen. This was my thing. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yo, I feel like his timing is bad right now, bro.
It's terrible.
This is terrible timing now.
He should have committed back a month ago.
Because right now, this is a way, like the dude we about to talk about today, he played the same position. This is where it's like.
Provides a little bit more, too, outside of just running back.
So this is the only problem with the wait a little bit, man. In terms of him waiting to make an official, has he made an official announcement? I still haven't heard anything.
Nah.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything since that was about to happen, and then so I don't know exactly if he is still committed to this thing or not. But yeah, it's a rough time right now, though. I was like, oof.
Rod Dollars asked, anyone watch Big Sean Tiny Desk? He's also tuning in from the 330.
Big Sean's fire though. I know his Tiny Desk probably was crazy, but I have not checked it out just yet.
Mike Howe from the 724 Uniontown.
Shout out.
Hannibal 090 checking in from the 770 ATL Shoddy.
Shout out to ATL in the building.
Christian Alexander Manzi from the 724 Faro, PA, home of the Faro High Steelers.
I got to stop you in the middle of the shout outs. 900 Juice. He believes that Fields is going to wear number 2. That's what he's.
That was my call, right?
That's what he's saying. He thinking that's the number.
Is there anything
I'm
out
like,
there
yo,
that
we get any
points to him
confirmation?
wearing
I'm
number
like,
2?
that's why I wanted to ask you. Have you seen any updates yet?
No, I didn't.
Why he
check
just
today.
dropped it early? I'm like, yo, we ain't checked just yet, right? It's 4:00, so business is done for them. Yeah. Let's just see.
I didn't check today, and I didn't check yesterday. I've been slacking.
Okay, keep our daily fields check on, man.
It's
Come
been
on, bro.
going down.
Come on, man. Daily
in
fields
terms
tracker,
of
bro.
Just my interest, general interest.
Hey, man. We ain't
It
got nothing for
was high on my interest rating like
Yeah.
a week ago, and it's just been going down. I've been forgetting about it more and more as time's going on.
I forgot too until he reminded me. I was like,
Well,
you know what?
especially with
Yeah.
some of these moves Omar Khan's making.
Every time we try to chill, Omar do something different. I'm like, dang,
Yeah.
Omar, all right, I guess we not chilling today.
You got Tomlin talking at this coaches meeting. So there's been more stuff that has happened since we picked up Fields, and yeah, just the
Yeah.
potential on what his numbers are going to be.
So still no update on him yet, though.
There's just been so much more that's happened, and that's kind of fallen by the wayside, at least in my opinion,
I'm with you, bro.
in terms of my interest.
I like it then, man. So no confirmation?
I'm not seeing anything.
All right.
No.
I guess we still got to wait then, man. Still got to wait. All right.
Yeah, nothing.
That's crazy, man. And that was what you taking 2 days off of it.
Yeah, I checked Monday when we were on the podcast.
We'll swing back next week.
He has to pick a number.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
At some point.
We on the 27th day of March, the day before my lovely wife's birthday, might I add. All right, so shout out to her. Definitely no show tomorrow. I'm starting out there now. All right, it's wifey's birthday. Y'all know what time it is. All right, certified lover boy. Call me Drake for the weekend. Okay.
And you gave me off Friday, too.
Well, love. Do it for love.
So
What would DeMar do? DeMar would throw the heart up, so just do it for love, bro.
yeah, so yeah, I guess this is the last show of the week, right?
Yeah. It's Friday for us then, bro.
Kinda.
Turn up then. I guess we're going to be turning up there, ladies and gents. It is Friday over here. Okay, so that means y'all might as well hit that like button one time for the coach. And don't forget to subscribe. Totally forgot to say that at the front end.
Okay, I'll say a few more here. We got Jimmy Barlow from the 478. This is your boy Zilla. Love y'all vids. Best Steeler coverage.
Nah, I salute you on that, man. We definitely appreciate you, man. Like I said, we try to get that content out there to y'all, and do it in a fun way, a unique way, man. That's what we try to do over
Dakota
here.
Goforth from the 828 Canton, North Carolina. Give
Shout
Fields
out.
the one.
Uh-oh. Said break the rule, man. Go ahead, drop it on. We don't even know if it's
Not
a real
for
rule or not.
Fields. Not for Fields. We have our disagreements on whether or not we should hand out one.
Respect.
I think it should be open.
Respect.
But, yeah, Fields coming over from the Bears and have a 10-28, 10-29 record and being the backup here. I think we could hold off on giving out the one.
Yeah.
I don't think he's the one to break it for.
Listen, I'm with you. The only way I would do it for Fields, it wouldn't be this year. I would have him in a bum number or whatever number this year. But if at some point we got a chance to see him and we're deciding that, we're ready to commit to him long term,
Yeah.
I would, if he was going to sign like a long term deal. I don't know how it would work out for us to get that type of information without something negative happen to him. But it's like, if we knew that we were going to make this a long term thing, I would be cool with it in that vein. But he would have to have shown something to that extent where we're like, yo, we're completely committed to you long term. Like, you're our guy. We not no ifs, ands, or buts. Then I would definitely be like, yo, man, bump that, open it up for him. That's the new QB. That's the new guy. It's a new era.
I'd say the same thing for Pickens. If Pickens still wanted one really bad, and he signed this mega deal, made a couple All Pros over the next couple of years.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'd open it up for him.
Nah, respect.
If he really wanted one. But I think GP's 14 now. Just stick with 14.
That is his number.
That's your number now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I think that's it for me. Unless you wanted to give any more shout outs.
No, respect, man. I'm gonna get a couple in here real quick and then we're gonna proceed. Cause like I said, man, we here for a good time and a semi not long time. All right. We're gonna give you enough of it though. You can get enough. You be satisfied today. You know what I'm saying? You know you satisfied. You know what I'm saying? We're satisfied today. All right.
We just gotta be more efficient.
That's what the word is. Efficient. I like that. I don't even know how to spell efficient, but it sounds cool. All right. Sequoia Harris. Shout out to Sequoia. You know I got to shout you out because you're in the 718 in one of my favorite places, the Bronx. Shout out to New York, baby. Love me some New York, man. God, I want to go back to New York so bad. We were just talking Flight Club. I was like, why was I just talking New York? That's why. Shout out to New York, though. Then we have Julius Johnson in the 803 Rock Hill, South Carolina, home of Mason. Rudolph, and Cordarrelle Patterson. Shout out to both of those gentlemen right there. One export and one import. And I like it. And I will end it with the homie Marco Frichard. Shout out to Marco Frichard and the 300 Gnomes. Oh, France. Shout out Steelers Nation from overseas. Shout out to French. Hey, merci beaucoup. All right. Comment allez-vous? Ça va? And all that good stuff, right? Yeah. Salute you, baby. That's about all the French I got for you. Okay. But I like that, though, man. I like it. All right.
C. Brown says he comes here for the real Steelers content.
Respect to you on that, baby. Respect to you on that. All right. Let's do this. I see 2 supers, so we can tap these real quick. And then after that, we'll go ahead and start on that first topic, man. We efficient today, Deke. I don't care what they say. We're going to be efficient. Not rushed, but efficient.
AJ Martinez gifted Moats membership to Stephen Carpenter and also to Leah Warren.
Shout out to AJ. Continue to be a rock star at life. And Leah Warren. And who was the other gentleman you said?
I forget already.
Well, you know who you are. You're number one in our hearts. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's get it. Let's get it.
Wow. X Concept says, a tough situation on his hands here. He said the eBay seller canceled his order for the L Bell Bumblebee jersey, was looking for it for years, and finally found one. The seller canceled for no reason.
That's tough.
I guess he wanted to keep it.
Yeah, that's tough, low-key, bro. That's tough.
Q says, here's a draft question. If a tackle like Troy Fautanu
Oh, yeah. Out of Washington, right? Yeah.
or Tylese Fuaga or a corner like Terry Arnold fall to us, would you still pick Jackson Powers Johnson at 20?
Well, this is part of the issue. Where we're currently sitting at, that still is the biggest need is center. So I don't want to say we're pigeonholing it, but to an extent, that still is the biggest need, because whether we're talking corner, tackles, even wide receivers, you still technically got players at those positions that are naturally at those positions. Whereas center right now, we are talking, you got to move a guy to play that position. So that's my only reason why still in this scenario, I think we would still end up with JPJ, Jackson Powers Johnson, just because as it stands today, we don't have a center. I mean, we could talk James Daniels moving over, but in terms of the amount of like games that he's even played at center, we got to go back. How confident do you feel in that? I think that's at least how my mind is thinking right now with this right here. But you sign, it don't have to be an all-world center, but you sign just how we're finding the Cordarrelle Patterson, how we found a Van Jefferson, how we've brought in a I'm drawing a blank on my man from the other day. Quez Watkins, right? How we brought in these type of guys where we know that they're good, but they have some things that make their upside high, but at the same time, they got some things about them that make us kind of like, we're going to need them to improve upon. You can find a center like that potentially as well right now, and that would at least give you some flexibility. So if a scenario like this does happen, we could legitimately go with Terry and Arnold. We could legitimately go a Troy Fautanu, you know? But right now, I feel like the center spot still one of our most, our biggest needs right now.
Yeah, we don't have a center.
Like,
I would take Jackson Powers Johnson. Yeah, no question about it. All right, next one is T. Starf. We got to retire number 2 at this point.
Shout out to Mason. Shout out to Mason, bro.
Yeah, it was a run.
Shout out to Mason.
Tito, good vibes. Prayers to the city of Baltimore.
Nah, respect on that, man. Like I said, man, we know that obviously it's a division rival and stuff like that, but in terms of what the city's going through, yeah, definitely sucks, man. To any of the families that, were impacted by the people that, got injured and lost their lives on that bridge, man, definitely thoughts out to y'all, but yeah, that is craziness, man.
AJ Martinez says, Saboteur 7, rest in peace. The moment Con gets a ring, ? Ooh. Your thoughts, Diggler. Can we ever forgive what happened to 7? View la view.
So if Omar Khan gets a ring this year, or whenever he gets a ring, it's still going to always be Sabotage 7.
Yeah.
Respect.
Well, I did bring up the potential of forgiveness. I don't know if I'll ever get there, though. But I'll never forget. I know that for a fact. Forgive? Probably not, because we see how these last 2 years played out. And, well, it's not even dependent on what happened these last 2 years. Like, Seven deserves his respect, regardless of outcome. But, yeah, I feel like now, whatever happens now going forward is not really connected at all to how Seven exited and how Seven retired. I feel like this is new.
Yeah. Well, I will say, just trying to keep our fingers on the pulse of the city. Some people feel like our situation was a little bit of a byproduct of the handling of Seven and his exit and maybe overstaying.
Oh, they're wrong.
Like I said, it was perspectives. You was part of the same I was part of. So you heard the same thing I heard. All right. So I'm just throwing it out there, bro. Not everybody feel like that, Deke. Some people feel like, they held on to Seven a year or two too long, and that was wide.
No,
quarterback.
How about you build up an O-line around Seven? How about you get Matt Canada's ass out of here and let Seven run the offense? How about you do that? As opposed to giving the keys over to Mitch, Kenny, and Mason in Canada. Like, I was trying to preach that the whole time. I was, in fact, preaching that the whole time. I was like, we have
awesome job,
Seven here.
You were
Let's
doing so
not
awesome,
take
bro.
it for granted.
Oh, man.
Let's build up an O-line for the guy and not have the worst O-line in the league out there for him.
The people aren't
as he's
feeling
39
that, man.
and 40.
That is not what the people feel, okay?
Dude, he was
people
getting
don't feel
drilled
like
his
that.
last season.
The people don't feel that way, Deke. That's
he
what
had
the people
no time
feel.
out there.
I'm saying the people don't feel like
making it happen, though. Still willing that team into the playoffs. It's unbelievable. We had Chase Claypool. Come on, we had Chase Claypool as one of our top receivers. He's out of the league right now. Ben made him competent. It's crazy looking back, actually.
Hey, man. All I know is what I
Probably
heard.
the best take I've ever had.
All I know is what I heard, bro.
It's a masterpiece of a take for me.
All I know is what I heard, man.
You mean to tell me if we don't have Seven these last 2 years, obviously we wouldn't be drafting Kenny Pickett. We wouldn't be signing Mitch. We could use that $7 million we signed Mitch for, pick up a linebacker, pick up another lineman. I don't know. Instead of drafting Kenny, we draft the center. We can still draft Pickens in the second
But
round.
Still in Nation, they said, thank you, Seven. They weren't on that, man. Still in Nation is like, yo, man, it was too long, bro. That's what they said. That's what they feel, man.
I know that, and they were wrong. They were wrong. I mean, I feel like I told you for Kenny's rookie year in 2022, what was it? After that Ravens loss, I was in the stadium giving my post-game report. I was like, if we had Seven, we'd be 9-3 right now. We'd be 10-3, something like that. So I think we finished out the season just as strong as we actually did. So I don't know. We're probably sitting at like 12-5.
They at you though, man. They ain't want to believe that, bro.
13-4.
Hey,
In 2022 with Seven.
I heard a person call Seven.
And then last
awful.
year, yeah,
They said that he
we're
was
13-4
awful.
easily.
They said that he
Seven.
was all for the past two. They said he was all for the final 2 years. That's what they
Well,
said.
they're wrong. It's just get the man a line. It's pretty much that simple. Get the man a line and get the man a competent coordinator out there. That's all. We would have been cooking.
Respect.
Ben Roethlisberger.
Respect.
Gregory Collins, just want to say, Moats, you played in my favorite era of Steelers football. Deke, you
Shout
got
out.
fire
It's my favorite
takes
era
too.
man.
How do you feel about Braden Fisk in the second?
Interesting, man. We're gonna talk about him actually later today, but no, I like Braden. In the second, I don't hate it. My whole issue with Braden is I personally feel like he's a perfect 4-3 D tackle, 4-3 technique, 4-3 tech, right? But can he play in the 3-4? Absolutely. I look at him almost like a Larry Ogunjobi. Because to me, Larry Ogunjobi is a true 3 technique in a 4-3 defense. I say penetrate in, get off the ball, and dent the line of scrimmage. Very different than your traditional 3-4-5 techniques, which are more of the 2 gap and kind of keep your LBs clean. To me, Braden is more of the penetrator. Definitely a get off guy, but fundamentally sound, explosive, good short area quickness, stuff like that. So I definitely like him, but that'd be my only thing with him. I just think that he's more of a 4-3 D tackle, 4-3 technique to just, shoot the gap and go versus putting him as a 5 technique with us, but it can work though.
You want to keep going with these chats?
Oh shoot. Yeah. Actually, no, let's pause that real quick. Let's tap into that first one. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So at least we can get him on the front end, the Cordarrelle part on the front end, and then after that, we'll be good for anything else.
Sure.
So yeah. All right. So yesterday we did have some business to take care of, man. Shout out to Omar Khan staying in the lab. He's always cooking. But we did sign Cordarrelle Patterson, running back, kick returner, hybrid wide receiver. Was in Atlanta past 3 years. Before that was in Chicago. But yeah, we signed him yesterday to a 2-year deal worth up to $6 million. And yeah, y'all seen, I'm excited about him. I like him a lot. I think he brings a lot to the table. What was your take on it though, man? You see the move, you see the money.
3 years too late.
I swear we talked about him 3 years ago, bro. This is before Naj. It was deja vu.
Or even, I think like 2 years ago when he had his first breakout year with Atlanta.
Yeah.
He was a free agent. And
it was like
they ended up re-signing him for 2 more years, but
Mhm.
he was in the mix.
Yeah.
I know there were some talks about maybe
Mhm.
bringing him in, being the number 2 to Najee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 3-4 years too late, but still good. I still think he can contribute. And maybe last year was just a weird year for him. Like Arthur Smith obviously likes him
Mhm.
and probably thinks he can do something here still. He still has some gas left in the tank. But from what I was hearing, why some of Patterson's numbers were down so much last year, even though he appeared in 14 games, they were saying he was never right, like he was banged up.
Yeah.
Now, the weird part is they drafted Bijan Robinson. They have Tyler Algier. So Patterson was their number 3. So naturally, he was going to get less touches than what he was getting in 2021 and 2022.
Yeah.
But don't we have like a similar pecking order here too with a Najee Harris and a Jalen Warren? So I just wonder how much we're going to feature him. Like I'd like to see him turn back the clock and be that 2021 or 2022 version of himself and be a key part of the offense like Arthur Smith had him doing down there in Atlanta these last, or I guess not these last 3 years, but 2 of the last 3 years. Yeah, I mean, I'm good with the move.
Yeah.
I'm good with the move, particularly just adding to the special teams and being a kick returner for us. I don't think this new rule being implemented is a coincidence because it seems, I didn't dig into it too much, but it seems like the rules are forcing the teams kicking off to actually kick it in play because there will be a penalty if you kick it out of bounds. So having, the best kick returner over the last decade back there, it's not going to hurt.
Yeah.
Even though he's 33, does he have something?
No.
Hopefully. Like, we're only 2 years removed from him putting up some good numbers. Like, I know 2021 was his breakout year, but 2022 he didn't fall off really at all. He was still featured pretty heavily. It was just last year was, you look at it, he really didn't do jack shit for the Falcons. But some people are saying there was other stuff going on behind the scenes with him and injuries. Worst case scenario, he's an upgrade for our RB3 spot. Like, I'd take him all day over Godwin Igwebuike, and I think he's an upgrade over Godwin in the return game too.
Yeah.
It's just weird though because he is return man, right? Like he's a utility man, but he's known for his returning abilities.
He's in a all-time list in terms of kickoff return.
Yeah, like he's probably after Devin Hester.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a Hall of Famer like Hester, but he's been the best we've had over the last
Hester
decade.
making the Hall was because of how special Hester was. Patterson is unique and he's special too, but he ain't special like that. He's more like special like when we think of, I don't know, like Dante Hall. It's like, yo, like you got a moment in time. Like we're gonna always remember you, but you're not that. But we remember you.
You look at his last 2 years. He only got was it 7 attempts kick returning last year, and then 2 years ago it was only 9 attempts. So I wonder how he's viewed from that regard still as being just like your main return guy. I'll take him, though. I'd take him over Godwin. We had Godwin being our main return guy last year, and at this point, I'd still take a 33-year-old Cordarrelle Patterson over him.
Yeah. And I would just briefly say in terms of the returns, they were in a dome. A lot of them kicks is going out the back of the end zone, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. Typically,
fair.
Yeah, they back of the end zone back. And a guy like Cordarrelle, man, I've been with Danny Smith, still a special teams coach. Obviously, he was here before I got here. He's been here after I got here. But during the 4 years I was here, certain return people, he's like, yo, you'll never give them dudes a return. It's like, yo, you're never, just not kicking that, period. He's like, every single time putting out the back of the end zone. He was like, there's certain guys like that. Cordarrelle Patterson is one of them dudes. But with the way the rules are being changed officially now, that's the game changer. Because now we will see an uptick in just the amount of returnable footballs on kickoff return. So I do, barring, health and stuff like that, I do think we'll see at least a lot more from him in that vein. That's interesting. I do like that. Did you have anything else you want to add with him, though?
I'll just be curious to see how he's used in the offense, because I think we do have a similar RB depth chart to what the Falcons were doing, but I wonder if Arthur Smith is going to be able to incorporate Cordarrelle more as opposed to what happened last year. I'm intrigued because I think he can be a really good asset for us if he still has gas left in the tank.
So to me, man, I think he definitely has gas in the tank. When we're talking about a 3-year sample size in Atlanta, and 2 of those years being really good, and just this final one being the off year, I'm willing to bank on the 2 that were dope. Because he got back-to-back where he's 600 on the ground. He had one where he's 600 on the ground, 5 something in the air.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, that's production. That's protection.
Yeah, he should have made a Pro Bowl that year for his offense. Bro. He's made Pro Bowls and all pros for special teams.
But he should have had it that year. And that's the part for me that is intriguing, because I'm not bringing him here to be the full-time every down back. I think that would lead to him being banged up, hurt probably on IR by week 4. But in this scenario where you're talking about we're going to use you mainly in the return game, but you're almost like a specialist utility weapon on offense, I like it a lot. Now, I see the similarities between Atlanta and our backfield, but the personnel and the timing of the personnel are drastically different. But Bijan Robinson was the 5th overall pick.
Was he 5th?
Was he 5th? He might have been.
He was at least top 10.
Yeah,
they invested a lot in him.
Yeah,
and I think he's better than Najee.
Right.
I think he's flat out
So
better.
it was like,
I'll take Jalen over Algier, though.
Respect. But that's the whole thing. So I'm like, the Bijan part, Naj doesn't hold the room the way that Bijan would hold that room there. We were legit hollering for Jalen Warren to get more touches.
Yeah.
Bijan is, in these next 2 seasons.
They were calling for Bijan to get more touches.
Yeah. So that's kind of like my thought process with it.
Yeah, definitely.
I think all 3, though, work well together, because Najee, his defining characteristic is power, but he's not elusive. Jalen Warren, he can give you the power, but we know, man, he's the speed dude. He's the get in over field and go. Cordarrelle Patterson is the actual perfect blend of both. He has enough burst in the open field. That
way better receiving than both.
Way better, because he was a former receiver. And when you think of the size also, he's not some little guy. He's 6'2", 220 out that backfield. So when you're just talking about his ability to make a defense still be in base personnel, and he can handle that, but then you get that matchup with him on some of these linebackers, that's the part that makes Cordarrelle so dangerous in the way that he was utilized, and that was why he had the success that he did, especially the first 2 years in Atlanta. Because
and that was with Arthur Smith.
And it was with Arthur Smith. And my thing is this. I also take into account this past year in Atlanta, their quarterback situation wasn't the best. We've seen firsthand when your quarterback situation is up and down, everything around you is going to be kind of up and down. So to me, I look at that. I look at some of the injuries and I say, man, across the board, this is a bad time. But the one thing that I do love is the best version that I saw you in this role was with Arthur Smith. And now he is not the head guy. He is the OC. So could Arthur Smith's failure as a head coach have also been a part of everything that was going on out there in his production? Yeah, sure. When your head man tricked out, hey, man, yeah.
At least they still like each other.
But they like each other.
Yeah, like obviously,
and that's a positive.
Obviously, they wanted to join forces again.
Yeah. So that's my part where I'm like, I still feel good about it. I know he's 33, but at the same time, I'm not tripping because I'm not asking him to come here and be RB1 or RB2. It's like, bro, you're...
And he doesn't have a lot of wear on him for over the years because he was doing a lot of return stuff. Until, Atlanta is when he got most of his production on offense.
Right. I was like, prior to that, he was a wide receiver that was struggling at wide receiver.
Dude, he was supposed to be so good coming out
because he was
college.
big speed. Big speed. Everybody loves big speed,
After his rookie year, like, I thought he was going to be the Vikings guy.
Everybody loves big speed, man. When you big and can run, that's the special part. That's NFL dudes be like, bro, how you that big and running like that? That's what they... Yeah. But for him, it was like the rest of it never developed.
Yeah, I guess the route running as a receiver was never there. That had to have been it.
Yeah, because anybody can go fast straight. But in football, it's like, how often are you just running in a straight line with nobody touching you? It's like, yo, you got to be able to stop, go, tempo yourself, and do certain things to utilize your speed to your advantage. So at least for him now, I think like running back Cordarrelle, it's like, yo, you utilizing your talents a lot better in this Atlanta situation, and now hopefully that carry over to us here, man.
Yeah, I think it's a cool signing. I don't really have anything against it. Felt like maybe we overpaid a little, but
Because I was gonna ask you, how'd you feel about the 2 for $6?
what? $3 million a piece. Like we're paying Deshaun Elliott that he's gonna be our starting safety.
This is your starting return man, and
Yeah.
definitely you're gonna get value out of my offense.
I'm not gonna be complaining too much if we overpaid Cordarrelle Patterson like $1 million a year.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
'Cause I was
If
like-
that's the price you pay for a name like
Because my
that to
thing is,
come in
at
here,
bare
whatever.
minimum, you gotta start at what 2.25. I feel like bare minimum
Yeah,
for a guy
exactly.
like that.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, maybe you overpaid him a little for what his market should be right now,
Nah.
coming off of last year. But hey, it's whatever, man. Like you're right. Maybe the 2 years in Atlanta are more of what he is nowadays than just last year. I think this goes hand in hand with a lot of the moves we've been making. Low
would
risk,
agree.
high reward.
I would agree.
Like there's not any risk to this move at all.
Nah.
Now some of these low risk, high reward moves have been more splashy than others, but there's not much risk with any of these moves. You go from
No.
Russ to Fields. I guess Queen would be the one you'd talk about most just because you're paying him the most. But we got him for a bargain compared to what we
some
thought
of
his
these other
market was
dudes,
going to
yeah.
be. Like, and we needed an inside linebacker. He was the best
Yeah.
inside linebacker available. You can't hate on that move
Yeah.
either. And
I'm
all
with
these
you,
other
bro.
ones like a Kyle Allen, this depth D lineman, the Quez Watkins,
Yeah, because I went back and I
Van
checked out.
Jefferson. There's no harm in any
Well,
of these
because I was gonna
moves.
say I went back and checked out Dean Lowry, and he's another dude that has started multiple games. I think it's 120 games he's played in. Started like 80 something of them though. It's like, man, the dude has sacks, has tackles, but more importantly, it's just another veteran D line presence. A dude that has started, a dude that understands how to play. So when you're talking about pushing other guys, making other younger guys, DeMarvin Leals, Isaiah Loudermilk, stuff like that, step up. It's like that's what you get in there. But the other part that I like about Cordarrelle, it's another veteran presence. A guy that, number one, as an individual, 4-time Pro Bowler, 4-time All-Pro. He's also a Super Bowl champ. He was a part of a team in New England that took care of business.
Really?
So when I think of just those dynamics, it's like, man, so you're telling me as an individual, you've been able to do certain things, right? But then you've also been a part of an organization that actually won one, and you were there for that. To me, I'm just like, yo, I think that's valuable when we're talking about just where we were a year ago, 2 years ago, and the lack of veteran offensive experience, right?
Yeah.
The lack of leadership, the lack of just guys that have done it. It's like now we're getting more of those guys over there. We talked to Van Jefferson, right? We said about Van, what also is he? Super Bowl champ. Dude that's been there before. Russ, what is he? Super Bowl champ. Guy that's been there before. So you're starting to bring in some guys that have actually seen and been a part of what it takes to get there. And that's what
Pickens antics won't be tolerated anymore.
Right, because there's a difference between if you've only been around talent, and this is the thing, if you've only been around talent,
Yeah.
you look at Pickens and people will swear by it. And it's like, yo, this is beautiful. I love this. Let's go. Like, do what you need. It don't matter. Just talent. But when you're around people that have actually won, you're like, bro, your talent is great, but your talent can't make you be a detriment to everything else just being built because you're so engulfed in yourself right now. Not saying that that's the case, but it could come off like that. When you're a part of teams that have made them runs, bro, you realize like, man, it's less about the individual. It's more about the team. It's more about the group. So if that means, man, I might not get 10 targets this week, I might only get 5, bro, all right. But ball out of them 5. But you still got to have a good energy, though. When you're part of teams like that, we seen Landon Roberts, man. Think about how Landon leads on defense, man, and just the different things that he does, the different things that we ask, even when we like, yo, we don't even like asking you to do this, but you still knocking it out because he's been a part of it.
Yeah.
And that's the part for me where I'm like, man, just adding those type of guys on offense, I think is going to be a huge asset for that side of the ball, man. Because we were young over there, bro.
Yeah, I like this move. Nothing wrong with it. Wish it would have happened, like I said, 3-4 years ago, but
yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it at all. No. It's an upgrade for a position we kind of need right now because I don't even think Godwin's on the roster anymore, right?
No, he's not.
So for an RB3 and a kick returner, he fits the bill perfectly.
Yeah.
Now we don't have to draft a running back. We don't have to waste a pick on a running back.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, we got a good return man here.
But at the same time, if you still wanted to grab a running back anywhere, have we talked about mid, late round?
Undrafted.
Yeah, but you could do it. But I'm saying in the sense of this. It's like, if you still wanted to bring in competition, if you still wanted to add to that room, because as we've said before, you don't just do it and be like, oh, yeah, we're cool with those 2 guys. Yeah, we're not worried about who's next. We're not worried about pushing. We're not worried about injury. It's like, nah, you still go get you something. Like I said, it could be undrafted. It doesn't have to be an investment because you did spend 2 for $6. But from a business standpoint, you're just thinking like, all right, how much longer do I want to wait on this, or is that going to still be that this year? That's all I'm saying. Like, it gives you just another.
I got a couple questions for you.
What's up?
Does he get 8-4?
Does he get 8-4? What did he wear in Atlanta?
8-4.
What did he wear in Chicago?
I think he's been 8-4 his whole
Yeah,
career.
I've never like followed his numbers like that, bro.
I think he has.
Yeah.
But yeah, he can get 8-4.
Yeah, we've already given out 8-4, haven't we? Yeah,
think
we've given out
so.
8-4 before. Yeah, since AB. Yeah, we've given out 8-4.
I don't know if anyone had it regular season, but
I've seen people in 8-4 before. I felt
yeah, there's
like.
been dudes in the preseason with 8-4 for sure. And yeah, with how AB exited here, he's not one of the unofficial jersey numbers
how that go,
we're
bro.
retiring.
Yeah.
If
he's been historically an 8-4 guy, like I don't see
think
why
there's
that would
any
stop.
sacredness to 84 right now.
Yeah, I would say if
It
that's
could be
if that's
84.
what he's Lord did, I ain't tripping if he went that way. Yeah, we ain't tripping. Yeah. Now we ain't giving it to him on some like, yo, you more talented and that's why, but it's like, yo, if that's your number, like I ain't tripping on it.
Where you at on the Najee?
Are you tripping on it though? Hold on. Are you tripping on 84?
Nah, he should get 8-4. I think it'd be cool. Yeah, we're not holding 84 back for anyone.
I was like, oh, I feel like I've definitely seen 84 since AB though. But you're right. I don't know if they made it to the regular season.
Yeah, this is a dude you could give his number to. Like, he's been 84 this whole time. He's had a damn good career.
He could get 84.
He could definitely get 84. And it'll be cool seeing a running back out there with 84 on. The next question, though, is where you at on Najee conspiracy talk right now?
I missed this. What was the conspiracy talk with Naj?
Is Najee on the way out with the signing?
You said you didn't want to touch a running back. You heard me say, hey, you can still draft your running back in the mid rounds, right? Okay.
So this isn't the Najee replacement.
So you said you got Jalen Warren as the
You're
fast
saying the
guy.
next guy
I needed
would
me
be-
a big speed guy. I kind of got my in-between guy right now. So you said I can still draft something in third, fourth, if I needed to. Even like I can get something in that round. And this now I got my trio, and I don't have to pay that long term.
Yeah, no fifth-year option you got to worry about.
Okay. I tried to like loosely throw it out there. Just try to be loose, you know what I mean? But it's like that's a 2 for 6 too, huh? That ain't crazy, man. 2 for 6, interesting. Familiarity with the scheme, huh? Not 400 and 400 and 400 touches. Oh, I can go get something up. Now I don't want that to be the case. I don't want that to be the case.
The next running back pickup would be the Najee replacement.
To me,
think?
yes.
But this makes things interesting.
This
at
is
least
loaded
right now.
This is on deck, and that's like how I viewed it when I'm like, oh, competition. Yep, you brought in competition because nobody just gets to just guarantee you a spot next year unless you the first round draft pick from that year, or you just got the big boy contract, or you coming off with like something special. It's like, other than that, I got to think business wise, because what happens if we can't get an agreement with Naj, or what happens if Naj doesn't want to,
take well to us not picking up his fifth
you know
year.
what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, all right, let's just get some insurance. Cordarrelle to me looked like the insurance piece, because it's like, yo, I already know you can ball. I already know you can come in here and do this role, and I got 30 over here already in terms of Jalen Warren. But this gives me I got flexibility now. Kind of like we said earlier with the center position versus like some of these other spots. It's like right now we don't have any flexibility first round because it's like, yo, we still need a center.
Yep.
These other spots we got flexibility. I just think the Cordarrelle move gave us flexibility. I don't think it is a direct headshot that, hey, Naj, you're gone. But I think it gives them flexibility that if they decide that, man, we want to go a different direction, or we don't like how these conversations are going right now, that we just got options. And that's as a like business side, they just want options. And these are all high quality options to an extent.
Yeah.
So it's like we can't fault that. And I'm sure for Naj, he understands what that move is because Cordarrelle was in a swim a couple years ago when he was trying to get paid. It's like, y'all know what this is. No.
You used the word insurance. I think that's a great one-word definition for this Cordarrelle Patterson signing. He's insurance in the running back room, insurance with special teams.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not a guarantee that Naj is not here. Like, I'm not going there with that, but I do look at this move like, all right.
Yeah, because I could see it working with this
bro.
trio really well as is.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, Najee the bruiser. You got Jalen Warren as, that speed, lightning type of guy, but also is a bruiser because anyone watches him knows he's not afraid to deliver a hit. Yeah. And then with Cordarrelle Patterson, like a nice blend of both, but is like the pass catching prototype, more of the pass catching prototype compared to the other two. Like that trio is kind of nice.
And you can go and get another 6 foot, 200-pound running back if you want to thumper. Like you can go get that.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's way cheaper and with way less mileage on it. And that's the part where I'm looking at this move like, make sure you're saying all the right things, tweeting all the right things, because that could get weird, bro. It could very well get weird. Because it was already weird about you at times these past 2 seasons before we even had legitimate insurance like this. But now that that's here.
Yeah, we'll see what energy he's on. Yeah. Was it Matt Canada? Was it Kenny? Was that the things that was bothering Najee the most?
Yeah. Because he was another one of the vocal ones. Not full on Deontay, but he was one of the more vocal ones. So it's just like, you seen how they've been acting. They are not playing no games right now, man. Like, I ain't saying you gotta be scared because Najee's still gonna be straight. He'll still be playing somewhere this year. Like, that's not changing. But in terms of just you want to stay here, do your whole career here and all that, it's like, all right, don't be naive to it. That's just player to player. Just like, yo, don't be naive to it. They don't just bring him in here just for you to be, oh yeah, you're still the guy, Naj. Don't worry about that guy right there. He got 2 for 6. He's 33 and he playing my position.
Might be getting paid the same as
it's like,
Najee
all right,
now,
bro.
Right?
It's all right. That's what
What's
I'm saying.
Najee getting? It's
That's
probably
what
around 3.
You catch what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
High 2s,
insurance.
mid 3s.
Yeah.
Let me see. I want to check this out.
And this is the thing. It's like, I get, the thought process because we're not saying that
3.6 a year. Or 3.26, I'm sorry.
So 0.26 more, essentially. And that depends on just how the numbers for Cordarrelle is divvied up. But what I would say is this, man, just bringing it back in terms of Najee, it's not that we're saying that Cordarrelle Patterson is a better player than Najee Harris. That's not the case. But in terms of just the running back market and the lifespan of them, this is a part of what we've talked about where you're like, you don't draft them in the first round, you don't pay them because you can just out there every 3 to 4 years, you just retread. You just go get you another one, cheap labor, run the wheels off of them. So in a way, this is that. But at the same time, it's not completely that because Najee is still a huge asset. We know 1,000-yard rusher, 3 seasons back to back.
The durability people are bringing up.
That part
chat.
is real. That's legitimate. No denying that. So yeah, trust me, we all are on that. But at the same time, when you're just thinking about how do I compete offensively, right? That was what everybody complained about, right? The lack of scoring points, the lack of explosive plays. Is Najee's play type an explosive type? We don't look at him the way we look at Jaylen Warren because Jaylen is an explosive type player. Najee is more of just the body puncher. All they saying is we can get body punchers. Body punchers aren't hard to find. Explosive, Bijan Robinsons, them special ones are the ones that's hard to find. But body punchers or volume guys, the NFL has shown us now, at least throughout the past 5-10 years, that you're able to get backs that can do that or very similar to that for just a lot less cost. So it's not a shot or it's not something that we're saying Najee is doing negatively. It's just the nature of that position and his particular skill set and just the trend of the NFL. That's why they had that conference call these past couple years about not getting paid because they're like, yo, we don't have to just pay regular running backs. You got to be special for us to pay you. At least that's what they're saying.
Yeah, I feel like Najee is a little bit more than, a body puncher, particularly like late in the season and what he brings from a durability standpoint, because that says something. But his ball security, what he can do in the receiving game too, like he's more skilled than just like a plotter. You get what I mean?
So I get it. Y'all hear body puncher the same way y'all hear game manager, and for people that don't play it, y'all look at that as a negative. It is not a negative.
No, right? Okay.
A body puncher to me is the guy that if I hand this ball out to him, he's gonna get me 3.5 to 4 every single time, and you gonna hate tackling this dude every single day. You gonna have a headache. That don't mean that sucks. That don't mean that ain't special. That don't mean that ain't durable. Because we put body punches to sleep. He ain't going to sleep. Nah. But when I say he's a body puncher, when have you seen him go 80?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If you can't go 80, you're a body puncher to us. That's what we say.
Okay.
So it's like you're either a guy that can go to the house or you a volume dude that's got to just beat him up.
You're just making it very black and white. It's either one or the other.
It's one or the other. So it's like you could call
you're coming from like a defender standpoint,
right? From
like
a defender standpoint, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So it's like we're not minimizing Najee. Yes, Najee has a lot. His pass protection, right? We know he could block like a son of a gun. We know his ball security. He don't put the ball on the ground.
Just the reliability, almost like Terrell Edmonds on defense.
Yeah, but that's my thing. It's like I know what that is. Consistent. It's the McDonald's #1. We know what that is. But the issue in terms of when you're talking about long-term plans, when you're talking about just planning around a guy, that isn't as scary to some people as the speed part. And that's the part that I'm not telling you this. The league tells you this. Bijan went when? Top 10, right? We'll just loosely say top 10.
It was definitely top 10.
It was definitely top 10. I thought it was top 5. But it's like, but my thing is like that style of player is what the NFL wants. If they're going to go and get them and say they're special, because speed kills. The power part, it just isn't the same in terms of how the game has shifted right now. So that's the whole Najee argument. But it's not saying he's not a good player, because he is. But when you're talking about investing in him long term, that's the debate.
Yeah, that's the weird part.
How much you love him? If you love that much,
I view him as an asset. I like him on the roster, but
put your money where your mouth is. Yeah.
How great am I feeling about giving him franchise running back money? I'll be honest, I don't. I don't feel that great about it.
Our Najee convo is the San Francisco 49ers Brock Purdy convo.
Like, if you have
How confident do you feel about him? If you love him that much, show us. Pay him. If you think that he's more than that, if you think he's special, if you think he's all these things that y'all say he is, put your money where your mouth is.
Like, I think no matter what, as long as Najee's here, I'm always going to want a compliment for him.
Of course.
So that's why you can't be paying him.
Can you pay
double digits or
I always say you
money.
Can't pay him 10 if he needs a compliment.
No.
10 means you the guy.
But that, I mean, you could still be an asset.
Yeah.
You can still be an asset. If we can keep Jalen Warren and Najee around 100%. For next few years, and Patterson sticks around these next two, like I think that's a good running back for him.
And it's like you can keep Najee if Najee is cool with the numbers that go with that.
Yeah, and I think that's a good way for the Steelers, if you're the front office and Omar Khan, to allocate your money. You're not spending out the wazoo on the running back position, but you have like insurances within the room by having multiple guys that can do it.
Yeah.
It's a good strategy if we want to stick with Najee and Warren going forward, but you can't be paying Najee probably what he wants.
Because at bare minimum, Najee should holler about, I'm starting the convo at 6, starting the convo at 7. From his perspective, back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons.
Only one that's done
First-round draft pick. He should be starting the convo at that number. And I like that for him. But if you're the Steelers, how do you justify giving him 7? How do you justify giving him 8, 9?
No.
Or is he cool with 6? If he's cool with that, then cool. But that's my whole, it's like...
Yeah, maybe like a 3-year deal, 6 a year for 18 total. Something like that. Maybe that could work. Make the guarantees...
In year 1?
Like, yeah, I was going to say front loaded a little bit.
So it's a $6 million deal is what you're telling us?
12. We'll say 12.
It's a $6 million
You get it for
deal.
2 years, at least. And then if things aren't looking good, you move on in year 3.
Yeah.
I mean, from the Steelers' standpoint, that's more than enough. They're thinking that, right?
For them, yeah. For him, do you think he would do that? That's the whole debate.
Who's giving him more? That's the other question.
But that's the debate, though. That's the whole running back issue right now.
Tough.
That's their.
I feel bad. Yeah.
Yeah, because if he's in any other position, we're not even debating. We're like, bro, you did this 3 times a wide receiver. You're Deontay. You're getting the bag. But because you play running back, you're like, bro, you don't pay that position that unless it's this and only this. So that's where he's kind of stuck at. No.
And you kind of want to see what he does in this Arthur Smith system, too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm intrigued by that.
Yeah. Because, like, he's a good player. That's no different when we've talked about this a lot of times, like when we're just saying with players. Our value convo is different from their ability convo. Like, when we talk Najee's ability, that's one totally different thing than if he's worth this number on a contract. This part can sound way different than this part, but it's not disrespecting this. This is still there. He's still got a lot of this over here. It's just when you're talking about
there's not many running backs I'm paying double digits, period.
That's the thing.
There's
it's
not
like,
many.
How do you allocate the money?
I don't even know if there's one out there. I mean, it might just be McCaffrey at this point.
Right.
Like, Jacobs just got that $12 million deal with the Packers. I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Who else got paid? I mean, maybe,
Eckler got a check.
I don't feel great about Barkley's deal.
Oh, in Philly? Yeah.
What did he get? $13 million?
He got a lot.
Yeah, I don't feel great about that.
Who wants? It was a running back.
I'm not saying Barkley's not good, but it's just like,
bro. It's a running back.
I don't know if I like him for $13 million.
It's a running back, bro.
He's one of the best in the league, but
it's a running back, bro. We would say pay. Yeah.
I think it would just be McCaffrey.
McCaffrey's the only one to me that the deal is aged.
It was Henry
perfectly. Yeah.
But he's getting up there in age, and he got less than 10. So his deal's actually, or is it 10 exactly? I can't remember. 8 or 10, something like that.
Yeah.
I feel like his deal is actually a little bit more team
Shout out
friendly.
to Josh Jacobs. Okay. Yeah, he's another one. I think he's worth it. Respect, SD Ninja. I see you. But it's like it was not a lot of it. But Josh ain't get paid more than.
No, he got 12. That was the first guy I mentioned.
Yeah, you're right.
I said I wouldn't do that.
Good call. He got 12. I thought he was less than 12.
It was just 1 year though. It's not a multi-year.
Sorry. Saquon's the multi-year though. No, Saquon's 1 year too, right?
His is multi. Oh, you know what? Jacobs might be multi-year, but
it's only the first year is the guaranteed money. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it's really only McCaffrey. Like, would you pay James Cook double digits? And what? He was the second or third leading rusher last year?
No, and James is nice. I like James a lot. But once again, it's a running back. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I'm going to use the heck out of you for 4 years. If I love you, I give you the fifth-year option. And after that, I'm going to draft me another one. Why am I going to lock up all that money in that position? It's like, and I think he's a dope player.
Yeah.
But can I holler at you for 7?
Yeah. Running backs need to get the receiving game up, like McCaffrey.
Yeah. Now James
like
Cook,
you
James
like,
is
really
giving some of that receiving
threat.
stuff, but it ain't on McCaffrey level.
No.
Yeah,
like almost Le'Veon Bell in his prime. Like, you got to be like that.
Yeah, because you're literally one hit away, and y'all get hit every play. I'm not, and now that 10 is sitting there for the rest of the game. No, bro. And I got my undrafted guy giving me exactly what you was gonna give me for that 10 sitting over there. Oh, nah, I'm good.
All right, you want to hit any of these supers?
Yeah, man, we'll get a couple in here, and I'm gonna text TG. But shout out to the Cordarrelle Patterson convo. And if you was digging the convo, go ahead and hit that like button one time for the culture. As I was over here getting janky with my button pushing game. All right.
S. Dresden, I'm out on any center in the first. I think we need elite speed and playmaking ability at receiver and corner. Opinions?
I think that works as long as you have a center.
I need a center first.
But if you don't have a center, have you seen what
And
happens
then
when we don't have that
that's a
center
great plan.
position taken care of? It get rough, man. It get real rough.
Yeah, I like the idea of elite speed and playmaking.
Yeah. Can never have enough speed.
Our outside guys
Yeah.
on offense and defense, but we need a center first.
Yeah.
AJ Martinez says, I agree. Sabotage 7 for Vita.
Ooh, foul line.
Yes.
Respect.
Yes, absolutely.
Respect.
Sean McCartney, with the addition of both Watkins and Patterson, Calvin will need to work in the lab to compete, but I still think he'll be our punt returner.
Yes. Yeah, to me, that's his saving grace right now, punt return. But, yeah, he definitely going to have to step up in terms of just, competing. That's the name of the game, though. Like, your best teams are the teams that have the most competition on their roster because everybody is fighting, everybody is scratching and clawing to be their best self each and every day, and you can't be complacent. When you don't have nobody that's to make you look over your shoulder, man, yeah. Sometimes, man, that can take that foot off the pedal. Now you like, bro, you ain't hitting like you used to no more. Nah. Let's keep competition coming in here, man. Keep it going.
AJ Martinez, Sabotage 7, I'm still pissed, too.
I like when AJ be like that,
Same.
bro. I like that, AJ.
Same. Fish Momentum. Hey, Moats and Deke. The con artist strikes again.
No, facts on that. Facts on that, man. All right, let me text TG. Make sure we straight.
AJ Martinez says, I was looking to move on and forgive Sabotage 7. Should be ingrained in our next Super Bowl trophy. Let's go, Sierra. Dance off versus T Swift at halftime.
Oh, Sierra cooking her. Yeah, she gonna cook the dance off. Not even close. She'll cook the dance off. Guaranteed.
S. Dresden, Moats, would you select a center over Nate Wiggins or Xavier Legette?
As we sit here today, I feel like I'm forced to. So that's my only issue with it. But that's also why I'm like, if we can just sign something where I don't feel like we're pigeonholed, then yeah, I would definitely go with Nate Wiggins. But until we get the center position solidified, this kind of takes me back to, wasn't that the year when we did Najee move and then we waited and got Kendrick Green in the third?
Yeah.
And then we put Kendrick
Let's
out
not
there.
do that again,
I just don't want to repeat that part.
Let's learn from those mistakes.
Yeah, I'm like, we knew we needed a center in the first. We went skill and then doubled down on skill, and we saw the skills work great. They're fine. They're doing what they're supposed to, but they weren't the big issue. The big issue was the center position. So I'm just saying, man, let's hopefully learn from that situation.
Yeah, and here's the thing. So he's bringing up Nate Wiggins and Xavier Legette. He must really like those guys and feel like they're deserving of picks over center. But my thing is, you got a bunch of dudes in Nate Wiggins' class at the cornerback position. You got a bunch of dudes in Legette's class at the receiver position. Mm-hmm. You only have like 2 centers, maybe 3 centers.
That's what I'm saying.
That are worth it. Like, you can't miss on those guys.
And when
you could draft a good receiver in the second round, or maybe even a good corner in the third. There's some corners in the third round that ain't bad either.
And bro, when you think about where we're at roster wise,
we need a starting
a center. Like, that's the one that we can't say, oh, you need a receiver? Why I need a receiver? I can tell you I got GP.
Need a receiver too,
man. But you at least you have
other guys.
A guy. You got a guy. Mm-hmm. Who is our guy? That's my whole thing. It's like,
I feel the same way. Yeah. Unless you're guaranteed to get Frazier in the second, or this dude from Duke in the second. I still got to watch his game.
Yeah. No, respect.
Unless you're guaranteed that, then yeah, I guess you could take one of these guys in the first. Yeah. Whether it's receiver, corner, whatever. But, man, I don't want to play with fire there.
That's my thing, man. You know we need one. Go get him.
How we looking on TG?
He's good. So I was going to say, man, read one last super, I suppose, and then we'll plug this thing in and get fired up.
Nick Donegan, 23.
Shout out to Nick.
Moats, you think Future and Russ are good co-parents?
Jeez, bro, what the?
You got any insight into that?
Man, keep me up, man. Why you want to do that to me? Are they good?
Actually, this is the reporting we need from you. If you go to OTAs or training camp, could you ask Russ if they're good co-parents?
I thought you wanted him to like me, man.
Who, Russ?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to break up Future. I already bumped the music while I was cooking the film sets. Cooking the food. I probably was be driving down the OTAs bumping this Future. It's like, Russ, I promise it ain't personal. I promise it's not. I just rock with the music, bro. I'm sorry. I hope they are, doing whatever needs to be done so that they can all be on the same page as pertains to the co-parenting situation. But I personally do not have any info on that. But yeah, I can only go off what we see online. And as we know, online, sometimes it's smoke and mirrors. So I don't know. I just hope that everybody's good. Nobody has been assaulted that we've seen. So it can't be that bad. Because usually with the co-parent stuff, it get hands on. That's what they say, get hands on, all right? But enough of that. It's time to talk to actually one of Russ's old teammates, TG. See, I hit that like button one time for the coach. And don't forget to subscribe. And let's get ready to call up our crazy partner, though, the one and only TG.
TG said good teammate, right?
Yeah, that's what he did. He did say that, man. Man, we should ask him about that co-parenting situation.
Does he have any insight?
He might, bro. He might. He definitely might. All right, let's call him up.
Maybe that question was better directed at TG.
Oh,
yeah. Probably turn on the volume.
Yeah. Oh, talk to me, baby. You're.
What up?
There he is. I'm over here playing producer. I'm over here touching on the switches, trying to adjust the audio. I'm all janky though. Don't worry about me, man.
Yeah. But
TG was popping.
What's happening? How you feel?
Man, shoot, Omar in the lab cooking. They say Omar's coming. So, life's good with that. We got new rule changes and stuff like that we got to talk to you about as well. So, yeah, man.
Yeah.
But
What a time.
And I'm going to let you know on the front end, like I told everybody today, I got big dad responsibility, all right? Little man got baseball practice. So, all right, we're going to make sure we get this in. It's going to be fire, but we ain't going to go for the whole hour like normal, all right?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know that dad energy, okay? So we gonna start this off right off the top rope because this was actually just being talked about, man. I was asked, do I think Future and Russ are good co-parents? I said, don't ask me that question because I don't know, okay? But I do know one person that shared the locker room with Russ, so I figured you could ask that question, bro. Are they good co-parents, man?
Who, Sierra Future?
And Russ. Yeah, that was how they asked the question to me, bro. Yeah.
Oh, man, they're great, of course.
There we go.
They're the modern day. You got a Taylor Swift situation in Pittsburgh. It's going to be great.
It's a Taylor Swift situation in Pittsburgh. I love how you. That's why TG just diffuses all issues right there. Shout out to TG. And I ain't even give you the proper intro, also, man. So let me get that back real quick. All right. That question just threw me off, bro. They asked me that literally right before I called you. I'm like, yo, how you ask me that? Like, bro, don't do me like that. Do him like that.
All I know is Lala gonna be coming to the games, man. You better get ready. It's gonna be a show.
Just know. It's gonna be what? It's gonna be what it was, all right?
You gotta think 50 Cent might be a person over, like, because with the power and Lala, Sierra, 50 might be in the building. Well, it could get star-studded.
Well, I will also say this. We know if Lala's in the building, that also means that a Kim K could be in the building because Kim K and Lala, they locked in. They locked in, yeah.
Baltimore, Pittsburgh.
Come on, baby.
Even though they say the breakup happened, Lala, Kim K in the building. It's not going. You might not even see the game.
But I know Lala is, they aren't officially official. But can the shooter is the shooter gonna pull up too? You know who I'm talking about.
I don't know.
I'm about to say maybe it's like little mommy daddy day out. You never know, man.
Man,
can the shooter pull up? If Melo on the side, I'm telling you now. If Melo's at the game, I'm at the game, bro. I'm telling you now. I'm at the game. Yeah. I'm like, yo, I don't care what this is. Melo's here. We talking to Melo. We gotta pull up on Melo. All right. Yeah. I'm just throwing it out there now. So this is what comes with Russ. This is what comes with Sierra, ladies and gents. We just throwing it out there. Let Melo pull up. We in there. Absolutely. Okay. Well, now that we got that out the way, man, let's get to some
Remix is saying Kim K is going to where OBJ's going.
But then I just realized OBJ is not Baltimore no more. That's true.
OBJ and Kim K broke up, I thought, though.
Did they?
Yeah, I thought they broke up.
There's talks about Odell going to Miami, though.
Oh. All right.
Yeah.
That's he's out of here. He going to Miami. He's done. All right. Yeah. Respect. I like it. All right. So TG, man, let's get back to business, man. Let's talk it the way we're supposed to talk it. We first off have a new member to the Pittsburgh Steelers family. All right. The big name, obviously, Cordarrelle Patterson. You're familiar with Cordarrelle, man. So give me your thoughts on the signing, man. Do you like it? 2 years, $6 million deal. What's your energy with it, man?
I love it. I love it. I personally love it. I think Cordarrelle Patterson represents big speed athlete, running back, receiver, quarter, whatever you need me to play, I'll play. Like big speed with the new kickoff rules. That's gonna give me all right.
Hey.
All right. I played under them kickoff rules in the XFL.
Oh, yeah. We're going to get to them. I'm about to say, we definitely going to get to them because I know it. Trust me, that's on my list to ask you specifically about today. Yeah. But I want you to talk that Cordarrelle because I know you know that Cordarrelle. Yeah,
I love it. I think he's a guy, he's going to run down on kickoff the same way he's going to return the kickoffs. So he'll help you as a gunner if you want him to. He can get in the backfield. You can give him a running back rep. You can give him, he can go and he's still. I mean, he is a receiver, but he's really a runner. He's an athlete. He's big speed. He's big speed.
I like what you were bringing up too when you talked about the gunner position, covering the kickoff position as well.
I didn't know that.
So, and the reason that's important, we think about the third running back role or the fifth or sixth corner or the fifth or sixth wide receiver. They are usually that guy, That's the guy that could wear multiple hats, so to speak, man. So that's definitely what he brings. So I'm glad you brought that up, bro.
And it's a vet. It's somebody that know what it is. Like, I'm here to win. I'm not here to really be, playing around. Like, I'm locked in, Survived Atlanta. You've been in Atlanta,
He said he survived in Atlanta.
I don't know. Did him and Arthur Smith link up? Were they together?
Yeah. So
Arthur Smith was the coach for those 3 years.
Yeah. So his best 2 seasons were the
some
first
familiarity
2 years
with that.
Yeah.
So I think everything's positive about it. I think Pittsburgh's all season is just saying, like, look, we're here to win. I don't care about nobody's feelings. We're here to win.
Yeah.
So, I loved it actually. I loved it.
Now we on.
It actually was my favorite signing of the summer so far.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
I love those two, but I love this one. Like, this was man. Now, I see what. Like, we're going at every element of this game. We're trying to go win this. I love it. Except for Patrick Queen, I lied.
Okay.
That was
okay.
your favorite.
Okay.
You know,
Okay.
that's my favorite of the summer, though.
Respect. Cause he a dog, and he played the linebacker spot. He a dog.
That's
He a
my
dog.
favorite. Yeah.
Now they were asking, in terms of the chat, since the Cordarrelle Patterson move has happened, what does this mean potentially for Najee Harris?
I don't think that affects Najee.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think Najee's getting the warning signs, though. I see, Slim Dubby's on his Le'Veon. He done got things. I
Said he
think
getting the warning signs. He picking up.
I think he hear what they're saying. Like, he's listening.
He said that ain't a full headshot, but
Yeah.
they telling me something. They wanted to move a little better. Okay, all
Right.
right.
You just got that out of here. You got that out of here. Okay. I see what we on. Let me lock in. I done lost all this weight. I'm showing the feet. I'm showing you some stuff. All right. You got to pay attention.
Yeah.
But I don't think that affects Najee like that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't really think he's in here, to be honest, for his offense right now.
Mhm.
I think he's a teamer. I
Yeah.
think the number says he's a teamer too. Like, I think it says, like, we're coming in here, we're going to get elite level special
Mhm.
teams from you, all phases. I think if we need you, we can call upon you.
Yeah.
But, I think we'll draw up a player 2 or 3 for him.
Yeah, a little
But,
gadget
like,
stuff.
yeah, but is he in there on 1st and 10 starting the season? Probably
Right.
not. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he probably won't. You probably won't see him the first 2 drives. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Then you'll catch him on a gadget or a wildcat or something.
No, we on the same page with that, because that was the convo too. It was like, I know when I look at Cordarrelle, I was like, he's the mix between Najee and Jaylen Warren. He has the size, 6'2", 220, but he's not necessarily a thumper per se like Najee, but he's faster than Najee. But at the same time, it's like, he's not as fast as a Jaylen Warren, who we know is the smaller, more scat, third down, can throw it to him, can do all the other type of stuff. It's like, but he can also catch, though. This is a dude that's to give you 500 receiving yards off the backfield just these past 2 seasons, not last year, but 2 seasons removed. His first 2 years in Atlanta, he did that. So
Cordarrelle Patterson.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
Cordarrelle Patterson was like, this might sound crazy. Just hear it.
Talk it.
But Cordarrelle Patterson was the AR of his class. He was the Joe Milton of his class.
Big
Like,
athlete, the mutant.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the big athlete. He just wasn't a quarterback, but he was all of that. Like, he was the big mute. He was the backflip. He was all
him.
that.
Yeah, people love him, bro.
People loved him. So, that's why I'm like, I love this big speed. It's so much you can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just a matter of what you decide to do with it.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you get creative because you do got these quarterbacks, and you got quarterbacks that can move, so it can get real athletic back there. Like, just real athletic.
Nah, I like it, though. And that's the thing, man. So, like I said, we definitely on the same page with that. But, another dude that they end up bringing in here, I wanted to get your thoughts on him real quick as well. Quez Watkins, obviously the speedy receiver out of Philly. Thoughts on him, man? Like that,
I told you about him on the last time I was telling you. I was like, if you're looking for speed, that's speed. That's speed. Like, for my Madden guys out there, check this out. My Madden guys.
He helps the Steelers team a lot.
His Madden speed was 98.
When are we gonna play? Are we gonna play with the next Madden?
You've been running for me for 2 years. See me on NCAA though. You know where to find me.
We could do that.
I got NCAA. You know where to find me.
I got Fields at QB now, and now I got Quez Watkins and Austin at my receivers. I got Cordarrelle back there too.
You still playing with them weak Jets, man?
No, I'm done with that. That was last year.
I love it.
That was last year. I'm not gonna do that again. Can't make the same mistake twice.
This year?
But A-Rob is back.
He's back, bro. Yeah. He's still back. What's up? I'm still in the same squad. So what's up?
That man.
I'm ready for the same was the division last year. All right, and the year before that.
I gotta pick my team of the year. I see what you did there.
I like it though. I like it, man. It's all good. It's all good, bro. It's all good.
Good. I'm with my same squad. What about you?
All right. So, but shout out to the speed though, man. Quez Watkins definitely brings that speed element to this thing, though, man.
Speed. I'll be real. I like him more than I liked A-Rob last year.
Ooh,
so I think that's I really do.
How concerned are you about his hands, though?
I think what he's gonna get, it would be good for his hand. I think he'll be okay.
Respect.
And I think
He'll be able to catch Russ's ball better than Hurts. You're saying?
I think what he's gonna get. You see where I'm going? I think he's going deep.
He's getting just the moon ball. We're not about to throw anything else to you. You're the run fast, straight,
go get
just
it.
catch it out the sky.
I mean, that is worst case scenario. He at least opens
That's what I'm
things up
saying,
for
like,
the offense.
catch
He's
it
got to
out the
keep the
sky.
secondary in
Catch it out
check.
the sky, bro. Yeah.
Like, I don't think he's gonna get that bang 8. Like, no, we're not gonna throw you that.
That's a tough catch. If you can't catch, that's a tough catch. Yeah.
It's a tough catch. That can go wrong.
Yeah, you didn't turn around too late. It's on you. It's a wrap. Yeah.
I think he'll get that big out though. He'll get that deep comeback in a sense. Scare you with speed and bring him back.
Uh-huh.
All right, and it'll be easy. It's more like a throw to you type throw instead of a hands. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not saying you can't catch.
No, it's respect. It's respect. I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
creative.
Anything to put him in positions to succeed.
You'll see that
what he
get the
said.
jet sweep. You might see Cordarrelle pitch it to him on a jet reverse. Like, you'll see some, like, so
Put him
it's
in
some
position to
pieces.
succeed.
Put him in 6. Yeah.
Put him in a
That's
position.
speed.
Yeah.
That's speed. That's real speed.
How do you see the Steelers filling out the rest of the receiver room?
I think they're looking. I think they don't. I think they still need that gadget. Got that. Get that. I need this 2-3 yard.
Oh, go
they
get
always
me
got.
right now.
They always got a quick guy. They always got to get in and get out so they can run
The DJ replacement is what you're saying.
Yeah, they're looking for that. I don't want to say the Deontay replacement, but yeah, they're looking for that guy that can get in, get out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, the route runner. I think they got the speed. I think Quez is more. If you think about it, like, I think Quez is more in the juju factor. Like, he'll catch that slot. You'll get that deep. You'll get that slot fade out of that. You'll get that corner out of that. You'll get that go from the slot. I think they still looking for that zip guy.
Yeah, because we we were kind of looking at Quez Watkins as like the competition for like a Calvin Austin, right? Because we like both of them are the speed dudes. That's kind of like their game right now. But it's like we need that other dude who's the opposite of GP, where man he go cook whatever he need to cook. I like the cat from Georgia. I'm just throwing it out there, Lad McConkey.
I can see it. I like that boy out of.
I want the cat from Georgia.
I know everybody's gonna jump on it, and dare I say it, but I like that boy out of LSU. That big boy.
He was talking about it.
Bro, no, those guys are too good.
He was literally just talking about it, bro.
Those guys are too good. Brian Thomas and Neighbors.
Yeah, he was just talking about the boy, bro. He was just talking about it, bro.
GP Jr.'s a bad man, bro. That's a big boy. He looks more like DK
I don't think we can get either of those guys. But Thomas might be available at 20, but we need a center first.
That's the problem. He's like, we like Neighbors. We think he's gone. And Thomas, like we said, we don't have a center just yet, man.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm more just saying I love him.
They nice, bro.
But I'm saying you pair that together, you can find a center real quick, maybe.
Respect.
That might be too high.
That is crazy though, man. Deke, you literally was just talking with the boys. Bro.
Yeah, those
LSU
LSU
receivers just talking with them cats earlier today, bro.
Yeah, I could see Neighbors going ahead of Marvin Harrison Jr. Like I could see some people liking him better.
Bro, he's a freak, bro.
He's crazy. Yeah,
he looks like DK.
They do. Yeah.
I promise you, and I watched LSU. I wasn't him.
Yeah.
I'll be real with you. In watching these receivers, I kind of don't like their quarterback as much as I thought I did.
That's what me and Moats were talking about today.
Because the receivers.
Are you jumping on the JJ McCarthy train?
Hey,
a little bit, I am.
You said jumping off or jumping on the?
Jumping on.
You jumping on it? All right,
I'm
jumping off the Daniels.
jumping
That's
on
what
it.
I was saying to you earlier. I was like, I don't know about Daniels.
You know what train I'm on.
This is the part that I was upset about because the more y'all talk JJ McCarthy, I keep looking at Ron Wilson. Every time I watch Wilson tape, I'm getting McCarthy tape, and I'm like, yo, it does just you putting that thing. It just I keep seeing it, and it's like it's growing. So I get what y'all saying. I definitely do, but I don't want to believe it all the way. But I'm like, all right, I'm seeing enough of it. Maybe I'm just keep watching.
Tom Brady went there.
Stop it. That's the he moves. The guy moves in the pocket. He got the fun of me. So the footwork is all. It's like I get you. I know. You know,
I'm sure you have a very close relationship with Tom Brady.
We get the TB12. Bring it out here.
He talks to Tom.
He's got to rub off. So
I'm sure he knows. I'm sure it's something he felt.
Shador talks to Tom, and it works. Shador talks to Tom, and it works. JJ talks to Tom. He won a natty, bro. What's up?
I'm just saying, he just won the natty.
He won the natty.
He
bro.
talks to Tom.
What's up?
He went to Michigan.
What's up?
He's athletic. He check all the boxes. I'm a pick. Like,
Harbaugh said he liked him. Harbaugh said he'd take him.
Man, Harbaugh liked him.
Harbaugh said he liked
Didn't
him.
he just win the Natty?
He won the Natty, man. He won the Natty, bro.
I love him. Man, what do we got to talk about?
He loved it. He won it, man.
He went to Michigan, and he didn't have to. Like, they had quarterbacks up there. He went and competed.
Because he was a transfer, yeah. Was it Ole Miss? Where did he leave?
He left in he's not an old guy.
Where was he at?
Who, JJ? JJ went there out of high school.
I don't know why I thought he transferred. I don't know why I thought he was a transfer over there. Yeah.
No, because he was a recruit. I'm on the train wagon. You know, I've been doing my homework.
Oh yeah. Hey. You know, hey, look, when it's college talk, bro, I already know you locked in, baby. Come on now.
Me and TG are seeing eye to eye right now.
All right, let's get it. Okay. Shout out to JJ. Shout out to JJ.
Hey, so for receivers though, like in free agency, you got like Hunter Renfrow still, Odell, Tyler Boyd, Michael Thomas.
Yeah.
Anybody interested to you?
Randall Cobb.
T-Boy is still interesting.
Juju Smith-Schuster?
No. He's still with the Patriots.
I thought he was available, bro. Oh, man, I thought Juju was available.
I could see them cutting him, yeah. At some point.
T-Boy still interests me. Like, he still interests me. He's a route runner. He's from Pittsburgh. It just makes sense. I think the number got to make sense. I just hope he's not outbidding himself. Like, it's a lot of receivers out here, you know?
Well, they said that the Steelers are waiting for his number to come down.
Yeah, I can see that.
Rumblings, yeah.
I know he's setting that price high. I know T-Boy. I know T-Boy. I know he set that price. Like, nah. No hometown discount, none of that. No, it's
I ain't coming back on nothing except a check.
Levels, Mr. Levels. I know he set, man. I know it. And I mean, like, I don't think Michael Thomas is what you want. Like, I don't think that's.
I agree. I don't want that. I don't want that.
I don't think that's what you want. Mm-hmm. I think Odell's too much. I think that's too much in there. Now you got Odell. That's just too much media. Like,
they said you wouldn't be worried Odell implanting on young Pickens.
Just with
Odell Pickens, you don't need that around
with a rush.
That
sounds like the Seahawks. That's just too much.
That's a lot. Yeah,
it's a lot too. Like, I think, you got to draft one. You got to go in that draft, but I think you draft one. You can sneak one in the third. It's receivers out here. It's
bro,
big.
Second, third, you got options. Yeah.
It's people out here that are big, that run fast, that can jump high and catch the ball. Like, you can find what you're looking for. Like, it's a piece out here. It's just pieces out here. You know what I mean? That boy from Georgia is gonna already be gone. I'm not on that train.
Was it Ramsey Jackson or Lad McConkey? Because I think
Baby Cooper Kupp.
Yeah. That's the one I like. Yeah, they say he's supposed to go first.
Is he? He's a first. They say he's everything.
Yeah, he's a first round.
I think he's the type that'll fall though. That's why I said he's the type.
Because he nice.
Late first, early second.
I like him a lot, bro.
I think you draft one. I think it's enough young big speed. Or whatever you want, exactly, a route runner to go. You can go draft if you want.
All right.
You know?
All right. I'm with that. We ain't tripping on that.
Yeah, we've been talking about that. Yeah, I think
as
we sit right now, we got to draft receiver in the first 2 rounds. But we also got to draft the center, too. So, those are my 2 positions that we got to draft early.
And we'll see if Omar signed anything in between to change that. But for right now, we all on the same page. All right. So, 2 other things we got to talk about. Okay. You did bring up that kickoff rule. Man, let's tap in on that thing, man. So, how do you feel about it? You obviously got experience playing with these new rules, with the new alignment. Just talk a little bit of the details of it, man. How did you feel playing in it, man?
I mean, it's cool. It's different. It's something different. It make kickoff great again. So, it's kind of like it makes it to where you got to cover the kickoff. Yeah, that's what the rules making it do. Understand? That's what they're trying to do. They want kickoff to be a play again. So with the kickoff, if you kick it into the end zone now, the touchback's back to the 30 instead of 25.
Yeah,
and even though that don't seem like a lot, that's a lot.
That is.
It's a lot. It was once a time the touchback started at the 20. Now if you put it in that end zone, it's the 30. So now it's going to influence people to kind of kick it deep, but not too deep, and make them return it. And then, so you don't have that whole staggered wall. You just got one wall. So you'll see them start running plays that it's like an offensive line versus it's almost like just a flat.
And you
it's like
beat
a
your
punt.
one-on-one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a punt. It's like a big punt. And the thing about punt, if you make one person miss, usually you got action.
Mm-hmm.
Ball in the hand plus grass, like Coach Thomas said.
Facts.
So it's like you actually have nothing but ball in the hand plus grass, and you can run plays to this like powers and pin and pulls. You can leave that last man open. So to bring in a dude like a Cordarrelle Patterson who can make one man miss, this is like that's a big
I see
piece
you. Talk that strategy, man. You about to have Danny Smith hitting your line, bro. Stop playing, bro. I'm about to shoot the check. Hey, Danny,
Are people more apt to like return it to the house with this new kickoff?
I saw one get returned to the crib.
Yeah, I was part of the first one that did.
I saw one, yeah.
We ran a reverse, but we ran a power reverse. It was like a power.
That's crazy, bro.
So I'm saying it to say, like, it's so much stuff you can do. Like, you'll see a lot of pick and rolls, pin and pulls. Like, you'll see different stuff out of this, and it'll get creative. And they'll I think it brings special teams back. It makes it like, you're not about to just kick that out of the end zone. Like, you got to go cover it a little bit.
And more importantly, keep some jobs, man. Keep some jobs out here, man.
But it kills off a lot of jobs. It's crazy.
You said this is going to kill some jobs?
It kills off a lot of jobs.
So talk to me. How does it kill the jobs?
It's crazy you see it like that. I was just talking to Vince about it like this too. It kills off a bunch of jobs.
Right,
it kills off that Derek Watt. It kills those off. It kills off that fullback, that second fullback. It kills off that. It brings on another corner. It brings on another safety.
Now, why is that?
Because you need speed but power. You're all hat and hands.
Oh, so like LB, safeties, corner. That makes sense.
It gives more jobs to that, and it takes away that that extra running back.
So look, think of my perspective. So TG, think of my perspective and why I said how I said it. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yep. Like you get what I mean? Like it takes away that wedge, that back, because the wedge has been gone, but it still was a lead. It takes away that. Because now you got to make this block right here.
Yeah.
Right here.
But if you a linebacker, though, you should eat in this because it's hat in hands.
It's perfect for linebacker.
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at this like, bro, this is shock, lock, and I'm going to get to the rock. Yeah.
It kills that DN that was running down on kickoff, though.
But not everybody want that DN running down on kickoff. When you got to block that DN running down on kickoff, that's the concussion. I mean, you know that. That's the one.
Right.
You remember what was the cat in Cincinnati? The big the foreign cat, man. DN running, man.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, it was like Mark Hagen, just like some Marcus dude. It's DN.
No, you're talking about the German dude.
Yeah, the German boy, bro.
He played on the Colts.
My man's like 6'6", 280, running down the middle of the field on kickoff. You like, who's blocking that one? Everybody counted like Deke. You go stand in front of that. Go take the charge like basketball. Go take. He finna go unblocked today, bro. Yeah. Respect though.
But I mean, I think it's dope.
Yeah,
I think it's dope that they actually made that change. You know.
Yeah, I like this rule change.
Me too.
If you're gonna make it so kicks are more in play on the kickoffs, that'll be cool.
It also kills off like the surprise onside and stuff like that. You can't do that.
So yeah, how did y'all account? Because didn't y'all have different rules where you would just run a play for like an onside kick, right?
You'll see that next. That's coming fast. That'll probably be here next year.
Yeah.
But what they did was you'd have to declare it, so it'd be a 4th and 15 for the onside kick. But now. Yeah, I'm sure now they have to they probably just have to tell them they're gonna do an onside kick.
Gotcha.
Like if I remember, that's gonna be the rule. I think that was the rule. Like you have to tell them that is the rule. Not how I do. You have to tell them you're gonna do an onside. It's no more that surprise all that.
Yeah,
that's dead.
Okay.
No more of that.
But I mean, when you think about it, the surprise onside kick was about the only way that you could realistically recover an onside kick nowadays with the way they had shifted the alignments. So. Yeah, we'll see what I guess what the next element of that is.
It's got to be further than 4th and 15, though. I think.
Yeah, I would agree.
It's got to be like 4th and 20 something.
He was saying if they start,
if you're gonna do the 4th down for the onside kick, I think it's got to be further than 15. Yeah. It's got to be like 20 something.
It should be 4th and 15. One play, 4th and 15. I heard Philly put it in
That's
for the
too
change.
Easy.
Oh,
you think 4th and 15 is easy? I don't think it's easy.
I don't think it's easy.
Like,
I think some teams can convert on that, like maybe 30%. 20%.
Man, I think that's tough. I think you got
Maybe
to
I'm
throw it
just
to a
thinking
I
lot
think
of.
you're thinking Mahomes.
Maybe I'm
Yeah, you're
specifically
thinking
thinking
Mahomes,
about
bro.
Mahomes
Yeah.
and Herbert.
Right. I'm like, outside of
I still-
Mahomes, I don't
I
think.
still don't think that's
Honestly,
just an easy
Russ would be a good
pickup.
guy for that situation.
Yeah, no, but we saying like, just think about it, right? If you call it, if this is 10 times, right? 4th and 15. How many times you think they're gonna get a 4th and 15 out of 10 times?
Yeah.
Dude, I think Mahomes gets it like 60%.
So you
No,
think 6 out of 10?
no.
I'm talking about Mahomes, like 60, 70%. Like, because obviously the
That's
game's on the
7
line
out
at
of
that
10?
point.
I'm like, bro, that is high
Dude,
for
he's
4th and
that,
15.
that's Mahomes, though.
Okay.
I like 3 out of
'Cause I
10.
think the defense is going to choke.
You think
It's
the
one of those
defense is
things.
gonna choke on a
Just
okay.
in that situation with Mahomes,
I think we might see one that it works and we'll like overreact to it. But I think on a larger sample size, 15 yards is hard to pick up on one play. Like if it was 3rd and 15, you could pick up a chunk and then you going for it again. But it's like it's 4th and 15. So you literally got to have a play that's going to get you 15
Right.
yards right now.
Right.
Like no surprise
Right.
element. It's a 15-yard play right now. It's
Mahomes is one of
defenses
those dudes,
because
man.
it's sometimes as a defender where you know it's 3rd and 15 and you like, bro, you'll call a picket fence or the sticks type defense where hey, y'all line up right there or a yard behind it, and it's like, yo, when they start throwing these type of passes, stuff like that, pass rush gonna get there because them routes got to develop. So my guys up front got to be winning, and that's the part where you just ask yourself like, yo, is it every single time is it gonna work out? Mahomes, he definitely has the highest chance of that.
I get what you're saying. You do
But I
play
think
it
it's a
differently than a
lot.
3rd and 15 because
Yeah.
it's only one play. It's almost like whenever you're in the end zone.
Yeah, because 3rd and 15, you're like, bro,
After
Also-
the
you
game
could
in
go
the
also
for
end
it
zone,
it's
fourth.
this is what they need a touchdown right here, so you're gonna have to play it differently. In this
Also,
sense,
it would
they
depend
need
where
the
they took the
15.
ball.
Yeah. Oh, you say no?
Where they said the ball would be important to that too, because it's like if you're coming out from say
Oh, back
your
there versus
yeah, you can take that big shot. But if they push it upfield, you can't take super that big. Just throw it like you know what I mean. That shot like that.
Oh yeah, because
So
if it
it's a lot.
surprise
It's a lot
onside
more
kick with a 4th and 15 and you at that 50-yard line, what he said is
Yeah.
now as a defender, what we
Yeah,
were just
yeah.
saying, it changes because now you can shoot the end zone. You can actually run a play that get a ball from the 50-yard line. Think like midfield, right? Midfield in. If this is where they're saying you run your 4th and 15 play from, as a defender, you can't just sit there and say, I'm only playing for 15 yards now. Because
gotcha.
you are in range to score.
yeah.
Whereas if it's backed
Yeah.
up, you on your own 20, your own 30, bro, you're not about to, I ain't tripping on that because you just physically, you don't have enough time to get down there to threaten me like that. So I'm going to just play it differently is what he's saying.
So more likely it converts because of that.
Yeah, if the further the ball is pushed up to just being where they can attack the end zone,
Yeah.
the higher
Is
the
that where they
chances
had
are.
it in the XFL?
Yeah, where was it at in XFL for you guys?
We had it at the 50.
Yeah,
What?
see, that's crazy. But
They
it's
snapped it at the 50?
for the
Or
onside.
they had it converted
for the
at
fourth,
the 50?
4th and 15. Jeez.
Like, were they at the 35 and the first down was at the 50?
I believe we was on the 50 and the first down was like the 35.
What?
I remember
That's
because
insane. You just
Wow.
do it
It would
every
be-
time. Like, I could see a team just doing it every time, maybe.
But when you miss it,
I-
that means they got the ball at the 50 with a full set of
Yeah.
downs. It's not a one because this is a one play life or death. It's 4th and
Mhm.
15. You don't get it, ball's done. We got the rock. So every time you pull up with the 4th and 15, it's like, yo, they getting the ball at that 50. That's
Dude, I stand by Mahomes is getting that 50%. I believe in that dude that much at this point.
I mean, that's why I
I
think-
get it. I get it. It'd be interesting though. Yeah. I would love to see it play out though.
Yeah,
I would love to see it play out.
Like even like a Herbert, I could see him getting it a fair amount.
but the fact that we have all this talk, this is why they would do it.
Mhm.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
way more interesting.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I just think he got
It's more
it just a little bit
Mhm.
further back. I'd say 4th and 22 or something. 4th and 20.
4th and 40. That sounds forever.
It's
It
one
should.
play.
I don't think it should be something you convert all the time. But you guys don't think a 4th and 15 will be converted as often as I'm thinking right
because
now.
I think of third and 15. I think of how you're thinking, bro. If it's he got 2 plays, I'm like, yeah, but he can get this thing 7, 8, 9, 10 times.
But I know
We're
you
talking
coming
just
back.
one play. This is just a one play, and you got to get 15. Good luck. You might get me the first. You might get 3. After that, I'm like, yo, I need to see it because how many other routes, how many other plays you got that's your 15+ yard pickup plays? I'm looking. I'm like, yo, once you show me the first, I'm like, what else you gonna show me now? We got a couple of these plays in here for 15+ yards. After that, it's like, bro, the menu. That's how I look at it though. But I like it though. I think.
But they're not doing it all in one
Yeah.
game. It's like someone will do it early in the season.
But that's what we're saying. Like you just
then
started to
maybe
build
3
upon it.
weeks later they'll have another play. And if anyone's gonna have plays for it, it would be Andy Reid.
It's 4th and 15 though, bro. Like that's just a lot. But I like it though, man.
I hope they do it.
Yeah.
I hope they do it in some form or fashion.
All right. And shout out to R Barley 18. He's in the chat. He said that the cat from Cincinnati, Marcus Hunt, that's his name. So shout out with it was like Margus. So shout out to that one right there. All right. Well, the last one we got to talk to you about. They did go and change that rule. It's officially official. The hip drop tackle is out of there. How you feeling, man? Talk to me about your thoughts on the hip drop officially being dropped. No more.
Yeah, I'll be real with you. Like, I'm a defender.
I thought you liked the rule, though, right? Yeah.
I'm a defender. I personally don't like the hip drop tackle anyway. Like, I never liked that tackle. I've seen that just tear knees up. Like, that scares me. That always scares me. But I think at the same time, I don't think you think about doing a hip drop tackle. You're trying to get this thing down. Like, I'm getting stiff armed. You come down with me. Like, you know what I mean? Or, like, because it usually comes off of, it comes off of that stiff arm, and you've broken it a little bit, and now I just need to drop my weight.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to drop
barely
my
hanging
weight.
on. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to get dragged out here. I'm about to drop this weight,
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's tough. Like, you do roll on that ankle and whatnot, and I just think just because I think they're trying to say it's like the horse collar, So it's
Do you
like,
agree with that, though?
I don't. That's where I'm like, as much as I don't like the tackle, I just think it's just another thing to call on somebody trying to make a tackle. Like, I just, I'm a defender. I'm just, I just don't. I still stand on, I don't know how you want these people tackled. Like, I understand the perfect world, you know what I mean? But it's like, it's a lot of situations where it's like, it's just so, like, I got to get this down. Like, I just need to get this down, And
I mean, talk about the speed because you've been out there, bro. In that alley and you trying to get to that ball. Like you said, man,
Like, sometimes you got to do whatever you got to do to get it down. And it's like, people playing hard, they playing as hard as they can. Like, you don't got time to be thinking about, man, I can't tackle it this way. Or just, that's how you get hurt,
Facts.
So it's like, it's tough. Like, it's tough. It's hard to play defense in the league like it is. Like, you can't touch these people.
So how you coaching if you had to coach that thing, man? Aaron Curry just called you up. He says, TG, I love what you've been doing out there, Flomo. I love all this talent you got. These defenses, man, they cooking. We need you. Come on, bring that up here to the lab. But I need you to coach up Patrick Queen, E-Rob, Cole Holcomb.
Yeah, well, I mean, linebackers, you got to hit that in the mouth. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? I think you got to just play your game in those roles.
Yeah.
I think it affects the safeties. I think it affects the
alley play. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an alley play more than it affects. I mean, it affects the linebacker too, but
I think you'll see more E-Rob in the situation. I think it's for the guy that is usually you chasing. You know how it is, bro. If you're a fast guy like Queen, you can be able to get head across your typical beat front side of it. Whereas bigger body dudes, we more on the side of that thing. You know how it go. Yeah.
I see what you see. See, I see it more as the littler guy on a bigger guy.
Respect, yeah.
I seen it on that safety that got to tackle Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
I seen
because they the ones that get the mean stiffy. Yeah, they get stiff on. Yeah,
because I always see it off of the stiff arm. Like, not to say it, like, but it usually comes off the stiff arm. I'm gonna keep running. Here you go. Come on down here.
Because I was thinking of like the Mark Andrews one where it's like, he's catching it running out, and you're seeing the defender inside out position, but he was a bigger body guy too. But it was just
that's what I'm saying.
You trying to get him down within like
I gotta get this down
because it was like a 4-yard pickup. It's like, that's the difference between the first down, touchdown, and everything right here. It's like, bro, I can't allow him to fall forward. Yeah,
I just think the value of a yard is just so like unappreciated. Like, the value of it, like, defend every blade of grass, every blade of grass. Like, that's a real thing. So it's like when you're trying to get these people down, you're trying to get them down right now. Like, they can't get another step, another yard. Yeah. So where it's like you're doing anything you can, and that's that sudden pull, that jerk. It be like that. Yeah. And I mean, I think it's just a rule. I don't even think you'll super duper see it called too much, but the fact that it can be called, it'll show up at the wrong time.
Yeah, because they said it's 15-yard penalty
Yeah, you know
and they
that's
tapping
happening.
pockets, bruh.
It's gonna be called in the AFC Championship or the NFC.
Yeah, it'll show up at the wrong time. But I think
This might be sick.
it'll show up at the wrong time.
We'll
Like,
be sick behind that, bruh.
I think
Well,
they
if it
need to
helps
address
us.
that.
Hey.
They need to address that roughing the passer issue. That's the one.
Nah, they don't care about that.
Oh, those
one.
are terrible.
They
Those
don't
have been terrible the last
Yeah, they
2
don't
years.
care about that. They don't care about wrestling the passer. They
But
don't
to-
care about
to
the
me-
hitting the defenseless receiver. Like,
To
it's
me-
still some
to
rules
me,
with
I'm-
that.
I'm officially on the Debo train. I'm like, you got to go at them knees. You got to go take them knees down real quick.
He been
And
preaching that. It just
Yeah,
it
you gotta
just
go
feels
take
so
the lead, though.
slimy to say it. Like,
It's so slimy to say. That's
Yo,
the
shoot the
that's
knee. Ew.
Yeah, that's
What?
the internal code. But you got to shoot them knees out a little bit. You got to kind of like,
You start shooting them, they'll walk them back. They'll definitely walk the
they'll
rules back.
change the rule.
They definitely walk
You
the
got to
rules
shoot
back.
them knees.
But the
Because,
problem,
I mean, if they tell you can't hit them low, I don't know where you will ever be able to hit them then.
that's 100% accurate. But
Because I'm like, you
dudes
really
aren't gonna.
can't. You can't hit people in their chest because it looks too violent. That's a
Yeah.
flag.
This is
You
also
can't
true.
hit. Yeah, if you hit him in his head, you know that's a flag.
Facts.
Like, you know, and I'm like shoulder pads or shoulder. You should hit him with your shoulders, and you should get
We
it
on
out
the
of there.
same
But the wrong,
page.
the wrong angle on that shoulder is like
Mhm.
that's tough. You know. So I'm like, yo, you gotta go hit them knees, man. You gotta go take them caps off.
That's tough though.
I just
Like,
don't know where else to tell somebody to shoot.
and I know.
I-
Trust me, man. You know we was having them convos, bro. This is real. This is
I
legit.
teach them knees a little bit. I teach it a little bit where I'm like, bro, you gotta go take that out.
They'll think about it. That's the thing, bro. It's like you're not even telling them something wrong. This is the cause and effect of everything. It's just the
It does.
history of like what we've played and how we grew up. And it's like, yo, you don't hit the knees, bro. That's like if you
I
fight hit
seen
somebody in the nuts,
Le'Veon
like,
get
yo,
hit
you
that
don't.
night.
And we
I remember
and
when
we know how we
never-
all felt too.
Yeah, I'll never
Yeah.
forget that. I'm like, ooh, that was dirty.
Yeah.
I
and
remember I
you
said
know
that
what we
was
felt.
dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, that was dirty. I remember that.
Yeah.
I seen.
You knew
But
what
I
time it
remember
was on,
Brandon
bro.
Merriweather started catching attitudes in the league. And he started taking the knees out.
Yeah.
They was like, you gotta go. Like,
Yeah.
you're dangerous. I remember.
So
Yeah.
you're dangerous, bro. Yeah.
I remember Will Gay used to chop them boys, and I always
They
be like,
had that
Will
too.
Gay.
Uh-huh.
I would
Yeah.
always be like, if I was a running back, I'd know where he was. Like,
Yeah.
that's
He
dangerous.
chopping you down. Yes.
Yeah, he chopping you down in the crowd too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's dangerous. Like, I mean, you just seen Bradley Chubb.
Bro, I already know, bro.
People was coming at Minka like
Nick
dirty
Chubb,
players.
yeah,
like,
Nick
no.
Chubb. That was in
I'm sorry,
the
Nick
crowd
Chubb.
too.
Hey,
In the crowd.
Yeah.
In
Nick
the
Chubb, he
crowd,
caught him in the
outside,
crowd.
yeah.
Kneecap.
Shoot the knee.
Like,
Yeah. Like,
That's
God.
scary. Like, that's
Hey.
yeah. But it's like, to be real, that's what y'all want me to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Man, you
That's rough,
just
right.
made my knees hurt just having this
Yeah, I thought-
conversation. I'm over
I
here
did
like,
I seen it too.
son,
We
Deke,
had the same moment. I'm like, ooh.
you ever seen Deke when that happened?
Yeah.
See Cool Holcomb take that friendly fire last year.
Seriously, it was like,
That was bad.
But
But
that,
he brought up Nick
but
Chubb,
like
that was
Holcomb
bad.
comes as like, but Holcomb was a spin around, but it's still like,
It was like, you just unlucky timing. But that Nick Chubb, I seen that with my eyes,
Nick
bro.
Chubb is like,
I ain't even want to eat them. I'm done. Like,
yeah, that one hurt me. But
Yeah.
I don't mean to say this, but that's what they want. Like, that's how you.
that was
that's what they
technically it was a
want.
clean tackle. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
clean.
that's what they want.
That's
That's why I'm
cool,
supposed to aim.
Yeah.
And there's
Crazy.
some grown-ups out here, some big boys out here, man.
Facts, but it just I feel so slimy just preaching it, but cause and effect, man. Like you said, you can't hit them high, can't hit them in the chest. We
That's
run
why
out of
running
spots to
backs
hit 'em
get
at, man.
9 million and 10 million. That's why they don't want to pay them.
Say, yo, they gonna take your knee off in the year. Don't worry about you, man. We could just go draft somebody else, man. Just play for the game. Play for the love of the game. All right, you doing for the love. Hey, respect.
Man, they taking dudes checks.
But that's real though, man. All right. Okay. Well, stick. I ain't expect this to go just full on knee like this, man. Like, I'm really over here rubbing my knee right now. I apologize.
Yeah, I already
man.
know.
I ain't like that convo at all, bro. But
No.
but what I was gonna say was, did you have anything goes on your plate, man? Either one of y'all? Cause I say, just gotta stick to my timetable today, because I gotta be on my dad energy. All right. So like I
Check
said,
this out.
What you got for me? What you got?
Check this out. Just because Justin Fields is the backup, don't mean he's gonna be the backup. Give it a minute.
That talk.
Give it a minute.
What you saying?
I've been doing some homework.
What you saying?
I've been studying some stuff, right?
Say it how you want to say it, then.
Let me put this out here.
All right.
Arthur Smith's offense is not Sean Payton's offense.
Mm-hmm.
It is not just uberly complex. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Just hear what I said. It's not uberly complex.
Small menu, big
run the ball.
Come on, man.
Kind of is built like Ohio State plays in college.
No. So don't think of it as not good for Russ. We're saying if we're saying you're the better athlete, but he has the better
athlete could play.
If I dumb down the brain, what's the difference? That's what he's.
I'm saying we're not playing the brain game. Right. Now it's an even level field. Yeah. I can run too, bro.
Nice? Are you nice?
Yeah.
If you nice, this is your
chance.
Can throw that. Yeah, that's what he said.
I can throw that slide too, bro.
See, you messy. Yeah. I like it. I didn't know you was gonna be on that energy. I thought I was gonna be messy today.
I had to do some homework. Okay. I'm just telling you, like, it ain't over. Okay. That's scary. All right. Remember I told you that. I told you that. It ain't that. It ain't a whole bunch of checks and he had,
Duly noted. We will definitely be tapping in and be watching that, especially as OTAs get ready to start up in a little bit over a month, man. So, or actually, no, we got about a month and a half. So, yeah, we got some time on that. But yeah, we're gonna definitely follow that storyline, though. We definitely will. I like it. All right. Well, shout out to you then, man. You're gonna drop the flamethrowers on us before you head on out this thing. I respect it. All right. But with that being the case, man, we are gonna spin the block. Get back with you next week, and we keep this thing rolling. Sound like a plan? My dog, man. Appreciate you as always, broski.
All right.
There it is. If y'all was digging the convo right there, man, hit that like button one time, and don't forget to subscribe right there. Terence Garvin, a.k.a. TG, Pittsburgh Steelers, former Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker, West Virginia Mountaineer, and more importantly, my locker mate when we was playing back in the Dizzy. So shout out to my dog. Shout out. All right. So perfect. This is the plan. We hopping right into.
You got like 30 minutes.
So what I'm trying to figure out is if we pull up and do these mocks, done with these mocks by 55. That'll give us the rest of this thing to run through these supers. That work?
Yeah.
All right, let's lock in there, man. Let's lock in. All right. So we did say we was going to talk some mocks. We're holding true to this, all right? So we're going to get these mocks, but we also going to get them supers in. Don't worry, we got you. Okay. So with that being the case, though, man, let's tap in on this first mock draft. And it was from the homie, the Analyzer. Shout out to you, the Analyzer. Sending in your mock draft. Let me do some of this live producing. Y'all see the thing moving. Hit that like button one time for the boy getting active with, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I feel like I'm Deke over here, something like that. I feel like I'm producing over here. Deke, you see me moving on? See you on the fly, bro? All right, let me stop if I mess it up, though. I'm going to chill. I got too excited. All right. So the Analyzer, and for those that want to submit mock drafts, send it into our email address, moatswinners@gmail.com. All right. But the Analyzer sent his in the first round. He went with Nate Wiggins, cornerback out of Clemson, the 20th overall pick. Second round, 51st overall, went with Braden Fisk, the interior D lineman out of Florida State. Then in the third round, gave us some center help. Cedric Van Pran, excuse me, Van Pran. I think it's Van Pran. Yeah, the center out of Georgia. Then from there, went with Javon Baker, big receiver down in UCF in the third round, 98th overall. That was our second third round pick. Then in the fourth round, 119 overall, he went with Trey Benson, running back out of Florida State, who I like. Nice cat right there. Sixth round, 178. My favorite pick, might I add. DN out of Michigan, Braden McGregor. Shout out to Braden McGregor as well, man. Edge rusher, tall, lanky cat. And then to wrap it up in the sixth round, 195 overall. Out of that beautiful university located in Oakland, we talking MJ Devonshire out of Pitt.
Thanks for that.
Man, salute you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Rock with you. All right.
Yeah, great university.
Yeah, man. Let's give it a little bit of extra today, you know? Heck yeah. But, What's your thoughts on it? How you digging it? What you like? What
It feels
you
like a
don't
Steelers type of draft. I don't know if it's a Omar Khan type of draft, though.
Ooh. Now, I like what you're saying when it's a Steelers draft, but not a Omar draft. Elaborate. Do tell.
Yeah, like Braden Fisk in the second. Don't really need a D lineman that bad, but we just take him just because. Like, why not? He's probably
the best player on our board at the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's probably like the best player available.
Had a first round grade on him.
Mind.
Yep.
And then wait on the center, just like we did with Kendrick Green in the third round.
Deep PTSD acting up.
Draft this receiver that I have no clue about, Javon Baker, but he ends up turning out to be pretty good
I will
in the
say
third round.
Javon straight.
Whatever receiver we take in the first few
yeah.
rounds, they're gonna probably be pretty good. But I've never heard of this guy. Like I had no clue who Emmanuel Sanders was when we drafted him.
I love it, bro.
Same thing with Mike Wallace in the third round.
I know you ain't no AB either, dude.
Yeah, exactly,
yep,
exactly.
Yep.
Now, he
man.
definitely submitted this before we picked up Cordarrelle Patterson. I would not draft a halfback in round 4. I wouldn't draft a halfback, period. Now that we have Patterson. Yeah, I like Devonshire, that late pick there, cornerback sleeper, some upside, maybe play some slot for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, depth edge guy at this point, because I don't think we have Golden back. So, yeah, I could see us picking a dude with one of those last 2 picks. Nate Wiggins is a solid player.
Yeah.
Like I do really like him, but we need a center, and Cedric Van Pran just doesn't do it for me right now. We need a guy to start day one, and to me, that's Jackson Powers Johnson or Zach Frazier. And that's what I'm struggling with this draft. And taking Braden Fisk in round 2. I could see the Steelers doing it. If you're whoa. Steelers traditionally doing it. I don't think this is something Omar Khan's gonna do.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that. But yeah, just the fact we took a D-line in round 2 where it's something we don't need that bad. Like, it's not one of our top 3 or 4 needs. I think it's something that you take maybe in round 4.
Yeah.
Like, get a depth D-lineman in there, maybe get a successor for Cam Hayward, or if, like, DeMarvin Leal doesn't work out, or if Ogunjobi, he doesn't play out his contract as good as we hope. Like, it's some guy that can maybe take over the reins in the next year or 2. Take him in round 4, not round 2. So we're trying to win now. You see, with all these moves we're making, we're trying to win now.
Mm-hmm.
Center, receiver, first 2 picks, period.
Yeah. I like it, man. I like it. Now, the analyzer did say he sent this a little bit earlier, but he did say that last pick was for you. Shout out to the H2 peers. All right. But, yeah, we kind of on the same page. I like Nate Wiggins. I like that pick. I just don't personally want to wait to the 3rd for a center. But if it played out like this does give me OG Steeler vibes. Like, if this was 2 years ago, I think that this would be almost spot on. I'm like, I can see them definitely getting Nate Wiggins because of what he brings to the table from a cornerback standpoint, man-to-man, the speed and everything like that. Braden Fisk, as we talked about it, man, like, that's a Larry Ogunjobi body type. You know what I mean? I didn't hit the mic, man. My bad on that. But with Braden Fisk, to me, I just don't think he fits the 3-4 as well as I think he fits the 4-3. Javon Baker, like, I'm cool with him, man. Big speed, big body guy, combat catch guy, can touch you down the grass. So, not tripping with him. Trey Benson, I only like this if you're moving on from Naj because he's just as big as Naj, but he's faster. Now, he's not as good as Naj when Naj was coming out, which is the reason why he's the 4th rounder versus Naj being the 1st round. But if I'm looking for another person that can give me what Naj can give me, or at least in that vein, then you look Benson with the combo of Patterson and the combo of
I was going to say you're trading Naj.
Right, and that's the way. But this is only if you moving on from Naj, do you get him. But that's what the whole running back conversation is. It's like, do you pay one or do you just do the committee thing? So this is the committee option. So that's why I wasn't tripping on it. Braden McGregor, I like his he's good length. Can definitely rush the passer. Good get off. My only concern is just, what does he develop into? Is he develop into like an every down player where he's a starter out there with his size, or is he just a glorified, 3rd rusher / teamer? I don't want to put him like the Cassius Marsh type vibe, but like that type of vibe. You know what I mean? So That's the only thing. But MJ Devonshire, I definitely like, though, man. Shout out to Pitt. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Pitt.
Are we giving grades on these?
Yeah.
Out of
Drop
10,
them grades. Because
are we giving a letter grade?
I just saw people say mid in the chat. They didn't put a number on it. So
that's how I'd grade this.
So we will say fire, mid,
This is mid.
It's mid.
To like C.
All right. Okay.
With all due respect.
With all due respect.
Yeah, like he said, he definitely entered this draft in earlier.
Yeah.
It probably isn't as up to date on some of our recent moves, but still, like, we need center receiver. First 2 picks.
Now, Jamie Carlo said he loves the fifth pickup, though. You say he likes it.
It's not a bad pick, but it's not what I'm looking for right now, or what I think the front office should be looking for right now.
Respect. Bino is on the same page. He said 4 out of 10. So
I won't go that low because I mean there's good players in this draft. I'm going C though.
I like it. So C.
There's room for improvement.
AJ Martinez respectfully, or AJM respectfully mid. John Doe, you my bro, but this was mid, my G. Big Bad Pitbull said he likes it. Lee Govin says no mid, just booty. All right, ain't nothing wrong with that. And yeah, okay. All right. I like it though. I like it. We ain't tripping. Shout out to the analyzer. Hey man, everybody gotta be first. Somebody gotta be the first one. All right, you was the first one, but you know you're gonna run that back, so we ain't tripping on you. Okay. Next one though that we'll get to today. Shout out to Steeler Nation on fire. All right, Steeler Nation on fire. Gave us a lot, okay? He was wheeling and dealing. He was feeling Omar Connie, okay? So, with Still Nation on Fire, he went with Amarius Mims in the first round, 20th overall. Then after that, he traded our second round pick for next year, along with our 51st pick and our 84th pick, which is our second and third round pick this year, to the Minnesota Vikings to trade back into the first round, the 23rd overall pick, and he went and got Jackson Powers Johnson. So after that, he went third round, 98th overall. That was Jeremiah Trotter Jr. And then after that, in the fourth round, 128 overall, he went with Cam Hart, the cornerback out of Notre Dame. Then he had another trade in the fourth round. Did business with some people I like to do business with. All right, he called it the Buffalo Bills and sent our fourth round, 119th overall selection to the Bills. And then we moved back and went to their 128th overall slot in the fourth, but we picked up an additional 6, 204 pick, and an additional 7th round, 248 pick. All right. From there, fifth round, he went with 150 overall. Bloodlines, Luke McCaffrey, younger brother of Christian McCaffrey, obviously son to Ed McCaffrey, all right, out of Rice, wide receiver. Then from there, he said, I'm not done just yet. He had another trade, all right? So he traded our 2025 fifth round pick, as well as my favorite draft pick in this draft, round 6, 178 overall, to the New Orleans Saints. And with that, he got an additional fifth round pick for this year, 150th overall, and then got a sixth round pick for next year's draft. So at 195 in the sixth round, brought in your homie, MJ Devonshire out of Pitt. Then in the sixth round as well, 204 overall, we went Bloodlines again. Frank Gore Jr. Shout out to Frank Gore Jr. Shout out to his pops. All right. Got a chance to rap with him a little bit. Was out there in India. I like that. Southern Miss. All right. It feels purpose. It's like, you know what? We dare talk. You know what? Yeah. Bring him to Pittsburgh, man. Bring him on in. All right. And then in the seventh, 248 overall, Talia, as he said, Talia Tagovailoa. Talia Tagovailoa. Man, Tua, little brother. All right, y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, quarterback out of Maryland. Did not get the extra year, so he is declaring. So there you have it. Deke, what's your thoughts? That was a lot to say, bro. That was a lot to say. Shout out to you, Still a Nation on Fire, but bro, that was a lot of wheeling and dealing. But I like your energy.
Draft. Really good draft, actually. We got Jackson Powers Johnson, a guy that I'm requiring us to take in the first round. But not only that, we got our right tackle, Amarius Mims. I like that. O-line. Got my guy Jeremiah Trotter Jr. in the third. You know, I'm a fan of him. Cam Hart, I don't mind that as a cornerback pick in the fourth. Like I said with him, I thought he was projected as like a second-round guy, but has fallen off a little bit throughout this offseason. So obviously, by doing what we've done here in this mock draft, we're gonna overlook corner early, which is fine. I could live with because of the Dante Jackson trade. I think we could roll with a JPJ, Dante Jackson, see what Corey Trice got. You bring in a Cam Hart. Yeah, I think that's still a decent cornerback room. Luke McCaffrey, I like that pickup.
Bloodline.
Although, yeah, I guess we didn't address receiver early in this one though either. Maybe we pick up a dude in free agency, but I like McCaffrey. Add him to the mix with a bunch of these slot guys. Although at this point, is it overkill?
Don't we develop receivers?
Is it overkill with Patterson being here? I know it's not the same in how they play, but he can also play receiver. And we picked up Quez, Van Jefferson. Already have a Calvin Austin. Is it overkill to get a guy like Luke McCaffrey? Now, he did play a little bit outside at Rice. Like, he was making some circus catches.
This is my only issue. The fact that we had to wait to get Luke, I just feel like our wide receiver room is low-key like it feels incomplete / like watered down.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm missing a lot.
Dude, honestly, yeah. I like the Mims pick. I like the Jackson Powers-Johnson pick. I like going O-line, but
I just feel
now that I think about this, that we overlooked receiver early too. I'm fine with overlooking cornerback, but overlooking receiver, man, since we had 2 first-round picks with how we did the trade, I'd rather take Brian Thomas with that first pick.
See,
Give me Brian Thomas and JPJ, those first 2.
I like your energy. I love the first 2 picks here. I'm swapping out Jeremiah Trotter.
Oh, taking a receiver in third.
Yeah,
like, maybe that dude from who's that guy from the small school, Malachi Corley?
Oh, okay.
People are getting hype on him. Yeah, I think he's this draft version of like the next AB.
Okay.
You know how last year was Zay
Flowers, yeah.
I'm telling you, watch this Malachi Corley.
No, for sure, I will do, man.
I don't think he's as explosive as Zay Flowers, but he gives those AB signs.
No, respect. I definitely check him there.
Actually, that's not a bad call.
That's what I would do because I'm like I love the fact that I got my right tackle. I can move Broderick to left, and I have high-end insurance and Dan Moore. I love the fact that I was able to get my center, Jackson Powers-Johnson. I feel like I got him for the next 10. I'm good. Then after that, I need me a receiver. Cam Hart, I'm digging. I like the corner, man. He physical as heck.
Yeah.
He will hit you. He does it the right way. Luke McCaffrey, like you said, man, he combat catch, circus catch. He running by people. It was at Rice, so we understand taking it into context. But to me, he's still, when you're bringing in a guy that is a pro family, has the brother that's in the league, the dad that's in the league. Like we talk about, just certain parts that come with that, man. So yeah, in the 5th round, I ain't tripping on that at all. Bring it on in. MJ Devonshire can't hurt to bring in another versatile guy that can play inside, outside in terms of the cornerback spot. Very familiar, and he's physical. Frank Gore Jr., another NFL baby, right? Talk about his dad. He has a similar style, but he has a little bit more juice to me in the open field. But obviously nowhere near as talented because his pops is pops. We know his pops is. And then in terms of Lil TT, Lil Tagovailoa, Lil Tua,
we don't need to draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
We don't need to do that. Although I guess
at 248, what is the difference between you drafting him versus him being undrafted? That just means you wanted your guy. Yeah.
I would get some like depth D line though. Maybe another depth O line guy as opposed to Frank Gore and Talia.
Okay.
But this is with the new information we got Cordarrelle, but I don't want to draft another quarterback because we picked up Kyle Allen. And,
yeah.
But I get what you're saying. It's the last pick in the 7th round. It ain't the end of the world.
That's what I'm like.
But like there were some guys available actually. We got Corey Trice late.
True.
I mean Eli Ricks was around.
Corey Trice obviously didn't do anything for us. What did Eli Ricks do? And then I even think of like Ola Duke, because I even think of like when we took Ola Duke, and it was like, yo, we getting dudes late, but it's like, it's
not the end of the world. This isn't going to be my complaint about this mock draft.
I like it.
I like your strategy actually. With we're going to go O line, take the receiver in round 3.
Yeah.
Depending on who's available. If it's a Corley, I can live with that.
Respect. Because I think this
but
solidifies O line for me.
If not, I'd rather take that receiver. If there's not guys that I like in round 3.
Yeah. Give
me like a Brian Thomas. Give me, Leggett. I think he's pretty solid. A McConkney. I think it's a solid draft. He managed to get 4 bloodlines in this one with Trotter, McCaffrey, Gore, and Tagovailoa.
Now, I'm going to say
this is better than the last one.
Now, I'll
give it like
one last
B.
thing before we move on. But the people were saying that they like this draft a lot. They're just questioning how realistic it is. They feel like this is just kind of like
he put it on easy mode.
Yeah, with the amount of like
that.
the moves and how everybody's kind of like falling into place perfectly. Yeah, that was the only grievance I saw in the chat. A lot of people love this though, but they were just like, yeah, but
he kept on hitting the restart button until he got the draft the way he wanted.
He's like, hold on, I don't like how this board keeps lining up. Oh, now this is the one right here. But I like his style still, Nation on Fire. So that's why, like I said, man, we had to talk about it.
That'd be good.
Today.
Hopefully we pick up a receiver in free agency then or
Yeah.
something.
Maybe bring out Odell.
Yeah, something like that. DJ Chark.
Yeah, somebody.
Get an outside guy.
Yeah. I like it. I like it.
But it's solid. Yeah, it's better than the last one. I'd give it like a B.
Yeah.
B. I wouldn't go B+. I'd give it a B.
Yeah, if I could swap out the third with just another higher end wide receiver instead of Trotter, I would probably give it a B+. But as a whole, man, I do like it because I got my tackle, got my center, and I got bloodlines on the Flyers. You know, we're talking about the late round picks. It's like, give me something that's interesting storyline, interesting something about them. So I was like, I got that. Shoot, low key, 3 of the last 4 picks, and then the 4th one in that 3 of the 4 is still a local one in terms of just the pick connection. So yeah, I ain't tripping on that. I like that. All right. So
I think we're gonna be seeing Devonshire a lot in these mock drafts.
I think so too.
It's a good value
I think
pick.
so too. I like it there, man. I like it. All right, so
10 minutes.
We did. That was perfect. That was good. All right, so we're gonna shut that part down. Okay. We're going to obviously next week when we come back, we got more time for even more of them things, okay? But dad energy today, all right? So the rest of this today, Deke, you said these supers, bro. So let's get after it. Let's get after it.
Sean McCartney, though I'm not the biggest fan of wide receiver sweeps, Patterson would be the guy I'd want running it. Will he also affect what we do in the draft for wide receiver? No, I don't think he affects the draft.
I'm with you. I think
Canada's punching in the air right now, seeing us picking up Patterson. He's hurting.
Hey,
he's like, damn, why couldn't you give me a Patterson these last 2 years? He'd be perfect for the sweeps.
It's a lot that Canada's probably looking at right now like, bruh, y'all sabotage me. He said, this next coordinator going to come in here and y'all going to be swearing by Arthur Smith. That's what
Canada gets no sympathy from me.
He said, y'all sabotage me. That's exactly what he said. He said, so Arthur Smith, they got to work with that? I got to work with this? And that's crazy.
You can create the Sabotage Canada t-shirts and see how they sell.
I don't push none narratives, man. It is what it is, bro.
R. Barley, 18. I called Patterson signing on here months ago. You might have.
Respect, man. Respect. He definitely could have, man.
Zay Breezy, Najee is a top 5 RB behind CMC, Saquon, Henry, and Chubb.
Over Jacobs?
I don't know. I mean, you could probably argue him top 10. You could. You'd have to. I'd have to look at that, but you might be able to argue Najee top 10. He's around. I think he's been consistently around that top 10 range of like 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, something like that.
I'm with you. I would say I could see him I'd put him in the 10-ish.
Zay Breezy, he's way better than that RB in Buffalo. Jalen is too.
Hey, I'm glad that you saying it. As long as you saying it, just keep saying it. All right, you'll believe it eventually. Just keep saying it.
How'd Buffalo get involved today with
you know
that
how
comment?
I go, man. Anytime people feel it a little uncomfortable, they just go at Buffalo. It's like you want to talk the running back game. I ain't shoot that name when we said Najee top 5. I was like, oh, maybe Josh Jacobs. That's a whole nother name. I ain't even. Come on, man. I'm staying about this, man. I don't want no problem today. That
was just a random stray.
I was like, yo, don't bring James Cook into this convo. Oh, don't do that today. Nah, we want to keep peace today.
I'm not gonna lie. It brought a little smirk to my face, but I'm not gonna lie. But it was random.
Yeah. Hey, you know what we say? You keep yours. We'll keep ours. Everybody be good. All right. Y'all keep yours.
So you're good with us having Cordarrelle Patterson. You're good with James Cook.
Yeah. You see how Najee
James
has come
Cook's
up,
good.
Because think about this. Najee has come up multiple times.
Good.
Multiple times for Najee, where it's like, we want to move on. That's not even close to the combo on Buffalo, bro. Yeah,
I get you on that. I get you. I think he was specific. Was he talking about Cordarrelle Patterson over James Cook?
I don't know, bro. Yeah.
Or maybe he was talking about Najee. I don't know.
Yeah.
AJ Martinez, Najee 22 is going for 2,000.
I need
Say
it.
his name, haters, aka Diggler. LOL.
I need it.
5-5 is sounding like TG about 2-2. We want Najee. We want 2-2. Let's go 2-2. I gotta have 2-2 for life.
Let's go. Hey, we could want to have him. How much do you want to pay him? That's the only thing. You can have him, but are you willing to pay him to keep him? And are you going to have any regrets after you pay him to keep him? That's the whole conversation surrounding Najee as in terms of just the long-term element. There's nobody saying he's not good enough to play. Nobody's saying that. But is he good enough that you're willing to pay him however much we talking, right? When we saying that 7, 8, 9, or we talking 10, 11, 12, or we talking 3 years, 2 years, 1 year, anybody can say they love him. Anybody can say they want him. But what if that means you can't keep GP? What if that means you can't keep a high-end linebacker? What if paying Naj means, man, hey, man, Meek, bro, it's all love, but we're going to holler at you, man, because we got JPJ we're going to have to pay. We got this young corner we about to draft. We're going to have to pay him in a couple years, too. But we just took care of Naj, man. You still love him like that? That's the only thing in terms of why I don't think it works like that, you know? But we'll find out, though, man.
I'm sorry. I just got to read this headline real quick.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark offered $5 million to play in Ice Cube's Big 3 League.
Wow. She should do it. She gets 3. They said she got 3 last year or this year in NILs. She was the highest paid collegiate athlete.
What's the WNBA gonna pay her?
WNBA they pay like a couple $100,000 tops. That's why the ladies play overseas. Yeah, they got to go overseas to make the money. Yeah.
Wow.
They make more staying in college. That's the whole argument.
That's why I was wondering why she declared pro.
Yeah.
If you said she made $3 million.
Yeah, she got 3 straight off in college, bro. Yeah. Shoot, Angel Reese and the other girl from LSU got $1 million too, also. Yeah, that's why I'm like, if you can get 5 to go to the Big 3, go take the 5, get that. That's a couple months tops.
Is that just for a year?
Yeah, and then go do what you do. Hey.
Wow.
Because right now, you treat her like the brand. It's like, yo, you're just a brand. You're a big name. Man, if that's when you go get you a quick 5, go get you a quick 5. Because is the WNBA going to give you 5 this year? It's going to give you 5 next year? It's like, nah, man.
It
they ain't
like
paying like
deal.
that.
It sounds like a good deal. Future Berg, Naj.
Time out. Sticking with it, though. Would you watch?
No, probably not.
You don't think you would watch? Because you know what the Big 3 is. Those are like the OG. So, like,
yeah. I probably wouldn't.
Okay. Because I think of, like, man, when Joe Johnson went in that thing and he was cooking folk, everybody's like, yo, this is fire. And you start watching other big name dudes like, yo, I remember when he played with the Celtics. I remember when he played with the Knicks. I remember when this dude played with that. But now you get a chance to see Caitlin playing against them. But it's all half court.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't, to be honest.
Okay.
You're turning in?
Yeah, I probably would. Yeah. But I watch women's basketball anyways, though. So that's the other part. It's like, yeah, I'm going to watch this regardless, man.
Yeah. Future Berg, Naj, Jalen, and Patterson in the backfield with Russ and Fields.
Bro, fire. Because you definitely going to get the trio on the field. I can see that little diamond, 2 and 1. So,
yeah.
You see what I mean? Like,
cool.
you can get, and they all work. Because Warren and Patterson are athletic enough that works. And then Naj, that'd be your point guy.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
A2A style. I think they want to see if Tutu is going to start the season as the second half Tutu for the whole year. He tries to be El Bell in the first half, then be himself later on, usually. Don't know why that is, but maybe that's just what I see. No, you're 100% right. I agree with you.
Yeah. He's like overthinking it. Try to be athletic and seconds. Like, nah, man, just be a bruiser, be a bruiser, be a bruiser. Beat these people up,
Breezy, Najee topped Henry in college and will in the NFL too. I don't know.
He's been like throughout his career. That's what he's saying. Like,
I don't know if I could say that.
He's saying over the span of his career, if they're gonna both play the same amount of years, and when it's all said and done, Najee be the guy.
I can't say that.
Just keep hope alive, Deke. Just keep hope alive.
Sean McCartney, though I hate the hip tackle rule, hope it's in our favor this season. Flag our way to the Super Bowl. Here we go. Hashtag in the script.
I hate it. Oh, I hate it. He said, yo, just flag our way, and I know it's going to happen to somebody.
We've gotten so many flags against us and BS calls against us. I think we deserve something like that. I'll take it.
And shout out to y'all in the chat. I see y'all hitting with the time. I got you. We on it.
2 minutes.
On it. Yeah, we cooking. We cooking. Trust me. Man, y'all know I be built, man. Y'all know I got
like 8 super chats.
Let's kick
left.
it. Let's go. Trust me. Let's
A2A style. I now realize why I lost faith in KP8. He seeks comfort. He's uncomfortable competing. He thinks being drafted first means starter. That's why I left. A real Steeler does not seek comfort. Period.
Respect on that, man. And like I said, we're not bashing Kenny, but I know the comfort part came up because Coach Tomlin talked about he, lives in being uncomfortable. He is always trying to be uncomfortable, right? You don't want to see comfort. I mean, I definitely get it. I definitely understand it, man. But at the same time, man, everybody is different. Some people, they look at this as like, man, I don't think that this is the best situation for me. And if he don't personally feel like it's the best situation for him, who are we to tell him what he is or what he's not? It's like, yo, if you want to go that route, go that route. We wish you nothing but the best. But in terms of how Coach Tomlin does it and the way that I like to do it because of following Coach T, yeah, it's like you get used to competition. You thrive on it. You live for it. And you feel weird when you don't have any. And you're like, bro, am I getting complacent? Am I losing it? So I get it. And also it keeps you balanced. It keeps you in check. So that way you don't get this big head. You like, nah, bro, I ain't arrived yet. Every single day. Show up every single day. I got to prove it. So that's the mindset with it. But everybody going to have that mindset, man. So I get it, though.
Someone should ask Tomlin as a follow-up after his whole comfortable, uncomfortable spiel. Like,
yeah.
what type of bed do you have? Like,
that man sleeping on a cot. Old school with it, man.
Old
school with it.
Yeah. I sleep on a cot. I stay
Savage
uncomfortable
life. Savage.
at all points. Yeah. Sleep on the floor, the hardwood floor. Can't be comfortable ever.
This is where I live.
Sean McCartney, knock on wood. If Powers is drafted ahead of us, do we reach for Frazier in the first to secure the center position? If not, I see us go right tackle. Maybe trade back.
Trade back I like better than reaching, personally. All right, got another one real quick that we had skipped, but I'm going to get him. AJ Martinez, he says 22 for 18 million. Body shots take souls. I wish you was the GM when I was here. If you paying like that, baby, for the body shots. I ain't tripping on it. I want Najee to get his money. I just think 18 is a little bit rich for that position. That's all. But I like your mindset, though. All right, Deke. I think we got
your call.
5 left.
AJ Martinez says, I'm pissed about the Najee hate. As I sit here curling the 50-pound bells while reading Maslow, while eating a burger and fries, while I'm writing a paper for a communications class, I'm going to forward the hate to Najee, LOL. 2-2.
I love it, AJ. I love it.
Wow.
AJ, he said while
great.
reading Maslow. I love it, man.
Mohammed Absamed, we need a wellness check for John Easton.
Hey, John Easton that went go. I think he was a burner account for Kenny Pickett, bro. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe John Easton was really a burner for Kenny.
Mohammed Absamed also says John Easton ran from the smoke just like Kenny. Ironic. Mike Hood gifted Moats memberships to Pittsburgh Toddy, Tyler from the 334, Jamie Carlo, Mikey, and AJM.
Oh, so it's like 2 other
There's
sets
a
of them. So
bunch
you
of
just read all of them real quick. Yeah, because it's another set. I'm gonna do one big one.
5 more from AJ, R. Barley 18, Somber, Armin Robinson, TC Kroom, and Jack Bauer. Jack Bauer's in the
And then
house.
there's one more, and then there's one more. But wait.
NML Finesse 410, Johnny Davis 08, Tyler Minnick, Kurt Von A, and David Decker.
Mike Hood, AJ Martinez, salute both of y'all. Continue to be rock stars, supporting the channel. From the heart, we appreciate you. And to those individuals that Deke just named, welcome to the Upper Room. Yes, indeed. And Upper Room members, newly acquired. Don't forget, you got 2 bonus film sessions in there on Dante Jackson, along with... Dang, what's the other one? Oh, my goodness. Deshaun Elliott. Yeah, I was like, yo, who's the other one, man? All right, so yeah, you got 2 film sessions in there. Early access for y'all. All right, still been available. So new Upper Room members, check that out as well. And then we down to the last final 2 supers, Deke. The last final 2.
Yep. Xavier TG doesn't think we need to draft a receiver.
So you believing in GP stepping up even bigger then?
Or just, the ensemble around him, too.
Yeah.
With Quez Watkins and Van Jefferson, Calvin Austin. I mean, if you want to go back to Arthur Smith's system he had going with Tennessee, they really only relied on 1 receiver.
Yeah. So it could work.
It's not something I'm seeking out, though. I want to add another receiver because there's complaints I had about that Titans offense for years about how they only have 1 guy. They have a bunch of no-name receivers out there that they could probably be better if they had another dude. As Dresden said, I think Powers flops. He's nothing like Pouncey. Again, I take no lineman outside of Alt, Latham, and Talise Fuaga in the first.
Okay. I mean, I see what you're implying. I just don't think that you have to completely be Pouncey to still be a dope center that gets taken in the first round. That's my only thing. But I know what you're referring to. I do agree in that sense. Yeah.
Last one, Lee Govin, the Najee hate and the Kenny coddling was driving me nuts.
I could dig that as well. It does get active like that sometimes. It does get active.
How about this one? X Concept says, Moats film sessions are fire. Appreciate you, Master Moats.
Nah, respect to you, man. I try to drop them, you know what I'm saying? And, all right, I know somebody earlier had asked about maybe dropping a Justin Fields film session. I just didn't know if that was like the thing right now. I figured everybody want to talk Russ because Russ the guy. You know what I'm saying? So that was the only thought process with it. But, yeah, y'all let me know later on, man. If y'all want some of that, man, we'll tap in on the lab
The
over the
title
weekend.
needs to be Why Fields Will Beat Out Russ.
Don't get me in trouble, man. All right? Do not get me in trouble, okay? But, so with that being the case, man, that will do it for today's show because I do got to get my dad energy on. And like a smart dad, I gave myself bonus time, Deke, because I figured we was going to have some overlap, all right? Give me some little bonus time.
Sure.
So with that being the case, all right, there won't be a show tomorrow. That's my amazing, lovely, hot mamacita wife. It's her birthday tomorrow, all right? So obviously, you know, I got to be certified lover boy, okay? So that's that. But we will be back in the lab officially on Monday in terms of the podcast, all right? Might stream, might get something solo over the weekend, just depends. But like I said, man, it's my boo B-Day, all right? So, yeah, man. Yeah, I'm going to be a little busy, okay? Yeah, I got to be romantical and all that other stuff, all right? But that's that. So, on the way out, don't forget to hit that like button one more time. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, man, drop that subscription. Stop playing games. Stay safe. Happy Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Deke, you got any announcements? You anywhere where they can find you at?
I'm chilling this weekend.
All right. It's
I'll
Easter.
be golfing.
And it is Easter. So, hit them well. Shout out to y'all. Stay safe. And until next time, baby.
Peace.